The Trojans play host to the Wildcats of Halifax here at UDA in a Tri-Valley ball game that will be meaningful to both of these clubs. The Trojans coming off a loss last time out over at Line Mountain when they were defeated over there by a pretty darn good Line Mountain ball club. And now tonight we're going to see how they make out here with the Halifax Wildcats. Mr. Weaver has a presentation, after which we'll get back to basketball. It's a presentation to former head coach here, Dave Shadle.
The Lady Trojan Round Ball Club, in association with the athletic department at UDA, would like to take a moment to recognize Coach Dave Shadle, who for the first time in 20 years is not sitting on the basketball bench here at UDA. Dave's retirement from coaching at UDA surprised many of us at last year's championship banquet. So at this time, we'd like to congratulate him for the following accomplishments, which certainly are not all inclusive. Dave started coaching at UDA in 1984 and coached middle school boys for 6 seasons. He coached the middle school Lady Trojans for 7 seasons. Some of those seasons overlapped. He had both teams. He coached the Lady Trojans JV team for 1 year, coached the varsity girls here for 12 seasons. Twice his teams were Tri-Valley League champions. Twice his teams won the Love 99 tournament. He was twice named Tri-Valley Coach of the Year. Twice his teams won sportsmanship awards from the Central Penn Officials Association. While that's not all inclusive, as the representative of the Round Ball Club, we'd like to present Dave with his token of our appreciation for all the time and effort and everything he put into the women and boys program here over the years. Congratulations, Dave.
Okay, and I would add my congratulations to Coach Shadle, who has been one heck of a nice guy to work with as I would videotape the games, and Dave always appreciative of the job I did, and I was always appreciative of the coach he was. So congratulations, Dave, and continued good luck on your future plans up there with Susquehanna University and so forth. So good job, Dave. Now we'll get back to tonight's action here as we have the introduction of the ball players, and we'll be right back with the opening tip-off of tonight's ball game. Well, Crystal Weaver and Allison Lanker just sung the national anthem very nicely here at UDA as we get set for the opening tip-off of tonight's ball game. We'll pick up the young ladies from both squads as we go along, naming them, and we're set to go here in just a second now. Nice crowd on hand tonight for this ladies basketball game here at UDA. Whenever Halifax comes in here or Millersburg, they always bring a good group of fans with them, and we're sure they'll be treated to some good basketball here tonight. We certainly hope so. Halifax will send out Tobias Snyder Cox, Buckwalder, number 10, and Jury will be jumping center for the Halifax Wildcats. And the Trojans going to take the court now as Nguyen is out there along with Lanker, who sang the national anthem, the same and one and very same. Let's see who we have here. Harmon, Undercuffler, and Lubold, the Luby. All right. So here we go. It'll be Harmon tipping it off against Jury to start the ball game. Trojans looking to avenge the loss they suffered over there at, ooh, that looks like backcourt. Ooh, that was backcourt. No call. Here's a nice dump on the baseline, but throwing it away is Undercuffler. She had Lubold set in there to receive that pass, but way past Luby. And so back up court come the Wildcats with a head of steam down the left wing. She'll throw it away inside as Undercuffler tapped it down. Then it's picked back up. Here's a shot from the wing for 2, no good. Rebound comes back out here. They'll reset it. Buckwalder for 2. That's no good. And They'll race after it, go inside here for Jury. She spins it out on a wing for two. That's no good. Rebound controlled here too. The Halifax Wildcats, you think these kids were all 6'6". Here's the ball on the baseline back. 31 for two. That's no good. Rebound on the far side. Let's see. Tap back out here, and Lanker will come away with it for UDA. She has Martina Nguyen breaking with her, but they throw that pass over their head. So both teams making vital mistakes here in the early going. Tobias inbounds it here for Buckwalter. And Buckwalter swinging it down the lane over there. There's a nice pass over there for Tobias. Inside it goes. Here's a shot put up and go down. Rebounded in there to Harmon, who will drop it back here for Nguyen. Now the Trojans finally have a chance to bring it up court and settle it down, I hope. They swing it here to Lanker. Into the corner it goes. Under Cuffler from the wing. No good. Rebound tapped inside there and controlled by UD momentarily, but then off the hands of Allison Lanker and out of bounds it goes. So Halifax will inbound the ball. Buckwalter. And then she's going to be blocked out of there. They're going to call a blocking foul on UD. Will be on Kelsey Harmon, the first foul of the ball game. And Halifax with the basketball. No score. We've played nearly a minute and a half. For three. That's off the mark. Rebound comes down here, though. Controlled there by the Wildcats. Ooh, 31 for two. No good, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line shooting two. Cox at the line shooting two. Her first shot is no good, so we're still scoreless. 6:20 remaining here in the first quarter. And Miss Cox will shoot one more. It is good. So Halifax leads 1-0. Trojans coming back to see if they can't take the lead now in a one-point ball game. Looping ahead Lanker, inside for Lubold. Lubold goes on the baseline for Undercuffler. One dribble, one shot, 2 points. Way to go, Victoria Undercuffler. Nice pass inside. The ball stolen away. Here's Lanker with it. Lanker dropping it off over there for a shot by Martina Nguyen is good. Trojans lead 3-1 or 4-1. Oh, dear walk. Now they'll bounce on the baseline. Lost the handle on it. Picked up inside there very nicely by Lubold. They'll drop it back here for Martina Nguyen. Trojans getting their engine cranked up here now. Near wing it comes for Lanker. Inside for Lubold. Lubold for two. It's good. Good pass that time by Lanker. There's a steal by Martina on the inbounds play, but then it's stolen back by Buckwalter, and Buckwalter crosses the timeline, charging into the paint. Pushes it down here for a shot by Snyder. Good for two. 6-3 the score. And timeout's going to be called by Coach Rogers of UDA. They lead 6-3, 5:14 remaining here in the first quarter, and we'll be right back. Martina Nguyen getting set to inbound the basketball now as we get back into action here in the first quarter. Here's that Lanker gal. Across the timeline with it. Oh, threw it away. Picked up over there by Buckwalter. Bucky for two. It's tapped out of her hands, but then a return shot put up and in nicely by number 33, Jury. But a good, smooth steal that time, but stole it right back to Jury. Here's a pass on the baseline for Harmon for two. It's good. Kelsey Harmon using the glass to her advantage. Bounces one in there nicely. Buckwalter out of control and a hold foul called on Martina Nguyen. Buckwalter was out of control with that ball that time. She go flying up the court and literally crashed into Martina, but Martina picks up the foul. This is Buckwalter. She has Tobias here on the right wing. Now Buckwalter back to her again. They're trying to find something inside, nothing doing. Now they'll go inside. Turnaround shot by Snyder is no good. The rebound comes down here. It's tied up. And on the tie-up, it's going to remain Halifax ball. So the Wildcats will inbound the ball. Tobias inbounding. Over here for that Buckwalter. Buckwalter taking it inside. Hops to a stop. Puts a shot a little short. Rebound comes right back here, though. Long shot from outside for three. It's good. That's that Jury, or Cox rather. And Cox with a nice three-point bucket. They double team Martina out there, but it's going to come over to near wing here now. They'll go here for Undercuffler, and they're going to say a blocking foul is going to be called on Cox. That'll give the Trojans a basketball with exactly 4:01 left here in the first period. And Martina Nguyen will inbound the ball for UDA. For Undercuffler, Victoria, one dribble, one step, just about 2 points, but a nice rebound there by Lubold for two. It's good. Ashley Lubold picking her up and stuffing it back in there nicely for the Trojans. Buckwalter, ahead she'll come, bouncing it over here for that Cox. On to the baseline it goes. Shot from over there, no good. Rebounded nicely from Undercuffler, stolen away. Then they get it back. Cox has got it again, looking for two, no good. And Harmon with the rebound. Well, the gals playing some good, tough basketball underneath both baskets here now. Here's Undercuffler taking a step in for two. It's no good. Rebound on the far side, and a push foul is going to be called on Halifax somehow or another. Foul will be on number 31, Cox, her second, the team's second. And Martina Nguyen will inbound the ball. Number 4, Lesher, in there for Halifax Wildcats now. There's Lubold, looking back outside here, but it's tipped away by that Buckwalter. Pushing it over here now. They'll put a shot up and in. Good by Lesher, Lesher, yeah, who just come into the ball game. The Trojans have Crystal Weaver in there too right now for UD. As the ball comes loose to Crystal. Crystal dumps it right on the baseline for a shot by Harmon, a little bit off the mark. She got the rebound, and then let's see what happens. We're going to have a hold foul called. Hold will be called on Snyder of Halifax. Yep. She will pick up her first, team's third. Both teams have picked up 3 personals here in the first quarter. 2 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in the first. Turnaround shot by Lubold. No good. Rebound comes down here to Buckwalter. Quickly ahead, they'll go to her. Puts a shot up high off the glass. No good. Rebound tapped out this way. Lesher has it. Here's Buckwalter stepping in on the baseline. A pass over there for that Jury wouldn't go. And back come the Trojans. It's a 10-10 ball game now. Both teams shooting and missing lately. Nice pass inside here for Lubold. Lubold looking for a give and go, but nobody there to give it to, so it didn't go. Here's a pass on the wing. In here for Harmon. Harmon for two. A little bit too long. Rebounded over here to Undercuffler, but out of bounds. Off Victoria goes. So the Wildcats with a chance to come back and regain the lead. They led 1-0, but that's been it so far. Now it's tied at 10. Ball stripped out of the hands over there. Shot from outside for 3. It's good. Well, can you believe that? Miss Snyder gets herself a long 3 and puts the Cats up by 3 now, 13-10. Nguyen across the timeline for UD. Barely had it stolen away, picked back up again. Chris puts it inside here for Undercuffler for 2. It's good. Nice bounce pass inside for Victoria Undercuffler. Here's Lesher dumping it over in the near wing. This is at Tobias. Spin it back over there. Buckwalter goes on the baseline. Shot over there by Jury. No good. Return shot put up by Snyder. Good. Well, I'll be a son of a gun. Snyder for 2 more. She's got 5 points the last 2 times up the court here for her Halifax Wildcats. Whoa. Martina threw that one behind Kelsey Harmon, who was checking inside and just taking off on the wing over there, and pass went behind her. Here's Buckwalter. 1 minute, 9 seconds remaining, and the count moving down here now. Here's Lesher for Buckwalter. On the baseline they go. Across the court here for Lesher for 2. It's good. Well, that sneaky Lesher gal, she just snuck right in there as the Trojans were playing everything off onto the left side over there. And Lesher come in and got it. There's a near steal, another tap ball. Martina for 2, just off the mark on the rebound. Controlled in here to Tobias. Tobias coming back with Jury on her right, but she'll put a shot up and a foul call. The foul will be on Martina Nguyen. And that's going to send Tobias to the line, shooting 2. Foul on Newen was her first. Tobias made her first one, makes it an 18-12 game. Here's her second try. It's in and out, no good. Rebounded to Tobias. He bounced it over there for a shot for three. That's off the mark. Rebounded to Lesher again. She goes to go inside, but it's tied up nicely as Lubold tying up Snyder in there. And so with 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, the Trojans trailing by 6. Need to come back and play for a shot, says Coach Rogers. Near reach in over there by that Lesher. They'll dump it here for Martina Newen. Into the corner she goes here for Undercuffler. Undercuffler steps back and puts a shot up and in. Good. Nice bucket by Vic that time, working on that left, or that right baseline rather. Back with it comes Tobias. Tobias picking it up now as the clock winds down here. 4 seconds. This would be good if it went. It was partially blocked away. And out of bounds it goes with 4/10 of a second. 4/10 of a second remaining on the clock. Good if it goes. Nope, wouldn't go. Well, they had a good inbounds play here, but it didn't work. So the Trojans trailing Halifax by 4 at the end of 1. It's the Wildcats 18, UDA 14. Period 2 set to go here now at UDA. Buckwalder. She is really a spark plug for these Halifax Wildcats. She's all over the court. Here's a pass inside for Snyder for 2. Bangs it off the glass and in. Good. 20 to 14. UD trailed by 6. Back comes Newen over the wing for Kelsey Harmon. Kelsey right inside here for Undercuffler. And Undercuffler are going to say there's a 3-second violation called as Luby got caught in the lane that time. And that'll turn it over. Back comes Bucky Buckwalder. You got to call her Bucky. If your name's Buckwalder, you got to be a Bucky Buckwalder. Here's Tobias. Toby Tobias. No, only kidding, only kidding. Over there on the wing. Lesher for 3, just off the mark. Rebounded inside by that Jury. And Jury hits a 2-pointer right inside. 22-14. Trojans drop back by 8. Bounce pass stolen away. Here's Buckwalder with it. Nearly had it stolen back out of her hands over here for Lesher. Lesher bounce pass over there on the baseline for Jury for 2 more. Well, the Trojans are just out of sync here now, trailed by 10. The Trojan crowd very, very quiet at the moment. Pass inside, just rolls off the fingertips, but then picked up in there by Martina. She puts it down. Lubold for 2. It's good. Lubold for 2. Luby stood her ground that time as she put back the shot by Martina Newen, I think it was. And it'll be Buckwalder in the corner there for that Jury gal. Here's Buckwalder dumping it back outside for Tobias. Near side Lesher. Inside they go and a give and go. Nice bounce pass on the baseline for 2. It's no good. Rebounded nicely that time by that Kelsey Harmon. Long pass down here. They go for Lubo. Lubo for 2 wouldn't go, but Luby will go to the line to shoot 2. Wish Luby could have got that one to go down, but she was fouled, and so it'll be Lubo at the line to shoot 2. Foul was on Lesher, her first, and Luby's first shot a little bit short. She'll shoot again. Crystal or Heather Weaver into the lineup now for UDA. So the Weaver twins are in there again, Crystal and Heather. Just kidding. Second shot. No good. Rebound comes down, and let's see who's going to control. It's going to go out of bounds. They'll roll it out of bounds. Should stay UD ball, and it does. So that means that Martina Newen will inbound the ball here for Crystal Weaver. Crystal dropping it back over there for Martina. Newen over into the corner. This is Harmon. Harmon takes a good move inside, puts a shot up, no good. Return shot by Lubold, good for 2. So Kelsey's shot a little bit off that time, but Ashley Lubold right there to rebound it and put it back. So a nice put back. Trojans narrow the gap to 6. Near wing over here for that Tobias. Buckwalder, Lesher. Ooh, near tipped. Near tipped again. Martina getting a fingertip on those 2. There's a pass inside, stolen away nicely by Martina Newen. Martina going for 2. It is no good. Rebound comes back this way. Heather Weaver fires a shot up, no good. Rebound in there to Lubold, and it's going to be tied up. Oh, the tie up this time, it's going to stay up here. So the Trojans miss an opportunity there, but Maybe they can get one in here now. And timeout's going to be called by the coach of the Halifax Wildcats with 5:18 left here and a half. And the Trojans will have the ball. Halifax has the lead, 24-18. Trojans dumping here now following the timeout. Partially blocked away it is. Underneath it goes out of bounds off the hands of one of the Trojans. And so Halifax sends a sub in here now as back to the lineup comes that number 31 Cox. And out goes Lesher. This is Buckwalter for Halifax. For Tobias. On the baseline, Jury's got it. She dribbles once, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound, let's see. On the floor it goes, and Heather Weaver will tie it up with Jury that time. And on the tie, it's going to remain Halifax ball. And that allows Tobias to inbound the ball to Cox on the wing. Looping it inside, turnaround shot by Snyder, no good. Rebounded nicely in there by Harmon, or by Crystal Weaver. Crystal bounces it inside here for Lubold on the top of the circle. Oh, stolen away, but stolen right back again by Weaver. Drops it out here. Now they'll push it here for Martina for three. It's just off the mark. Rebound inside to Lubold. Lubold's shot way up in the air. No good. Rebound in there to Heather. Across the court, they'll go with it now inside the Lubold again. Lubold making her move, puts the shot up, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts the shot up, blocked away. And on the tie-up this time, it should remain UD ball, and it will. So Luby really doing some good rebounding and shooting inside, but that time one of the Halifax Wildcats with a good defensive move blocking out. Shot for two, no good. Rebound comes down here. Martina Newman will track it down for Crystal Weaver. Crystal bounce pass over the wing. Here's Heather Weaver for two. Just off the mark, rebound, let's see. Control there to Halifax. Snyder pulling it down. Pushing it ahead here for that Cox gal. Cox got it for Snyder. Snyder dropping on the baseline for Jury, and then back outside they'll come with it now. Cox looking for three. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded inside to Snyder. She puts a shot up. She is fouled. And Snyder will go to the line, is shooting two for Halifax. 3:51 remaining. Both teams stuck at 24 and 18. And Cox will get a chance to, or rather Snyder will get a chance to change that here as she'll shoot two. First try, good. The last Trojan foul was on Kelsey Harmon, and Kelsey picked up her third. That's hard to believe, but she did with 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining here in the first half. Snyder makes two freebies, and Halifax will send in a substitution. We'll pick the name of that young lady up here in just a second. So back come the Trojans. Here's Lenker with it. Lenker tries to drop it inside. It's going to go right here. Lubold. Lubold with a reverse layup, good for two. Oh, Luby that time underneath pretty deep. Slung that one up from the opposite side and made a nice looking bucket out of it. 26-20. Jury on the baseline, tied up by three Trojans. Outside it goes. Here's a shot for three. That's good by that Cox gal. 32 is Weaver here. That's Weaver for the Wildcats. So now we have three Weavers in the ball game. Or no, we don't. We have one. Oh, there's a ball nearly stolen away. He's got it. Puts a shot up. Oh, Luby. Oh, I wanted Luby to miss or to make that one. And then she picks up a foul afterwards. But Luby really battling underneath there. And had a decent shot at it, but just wouldn't go down and picks up the foul. It's her first of the ball game. The team's fifth. And back up comes Buckwalter. Here for the Weaver of Halifax. Ooh, near steal out there. Oh my goodness, Martina just grazed that ball. Bounce pass over here, kicked off the leg of Undercuffler. Vic got a foot or a toe on that one. And it'll be inbound here by Halifax Weaver. Cox for Halifax. Here's Cox, 12-footer, no good. Rebound on the far side, controlled in there by Martina Nguyen. Martina coming down with it now. Trojans need some points. Stopping and popping is Undercuffler, no good. Rebound underneath, tied up, and let's see. On the tie-up, it's going to be Halifax ball this time. Some good rebounding done by both squads in there, either offensively or defensively, and these kids are going after that basketball, and it's good to see that they're not throwing it away either. Timeout called by Halifax. 2:26 left here, and a 9-point differential now for the Trojans. It's Halifax 29 and the Trojans 20. 2:26 left here and a half. Okay, the timeout is over now, and Halifax ready to inbound the basketball. This is Cox. Buckwalter. Cox back out in front. Now tried to tip it inside, tipped away, controlled in there to the Halifax Wildcats, however. Shot put up, no good. Rebound, let's see. It's going to be out of bounds. They say Luby must, or no, went off Halifax, okay. 2:11 remaining. We need to cut this margin down to at least 3 or 4 before the half ends, so let's go. Here's Lanker. Allison taking it all the way down, should take it all the way in. She does, stops, pops, it's good. Well, Allison Lanker had the opening there. She parted the waters, as it were, and walked right in there and put one in. Good job. Cuts the deficit a little bit. On the baseline. Ooh, Jury has some trouble with it. Picks it up, loops it inside here, tipped away. Controlled here to Buckwalter from outside. No good. Rebound on the far side, controlled to the Trojans, and the Trojans with again chance here to get some hay. Here's Undercuffler with it. Had the ball tipped out of her hands. Picked up in there by that Cox, and then the Trojans steal it back. Underneath they go with it. Lubo. Luby for 2, shot short. Rebound controlled back here to Undercuffler for 2, too long. Rebound on the far side, the Lanker. Lanker tries to drop it inside here, but it's going to be stolen away as the Weaver of Halifax ties it up with a Lanker of Upper Dauphin. But on the tie-up, Martina will inbound the ball. 1:17 left here in the quarter, in the half. Martina steps up for 2. No good. Martina gets her own rebound, tries to dump it over here, and she does so. Trojans still in control of it. Here's Luby for 2. Wouldn't go. Here's a ball on the floor here, and Weaver has it tied up in there for UDA, but they'll pick it up over here, and here that's going to be stolen away by Lubold. Over in the wing, back here and hold everything. We got 3 seconds called again on the Trojans, and so the ball will get turned over with 51 seconds remaining in the half. Well, these guys battling out here, both teams really scrapping. And Buckwalter for the Wildcats will hold it up now as there's 38 seconds left, and Halifax decides to play the stall game. 30 seconds remaining. Halifax by 7. They'll play it down, look for that final shot of the half. Buckwalter. 15 seconds remaining in the half. Don't you just hate this when the other team's ahead? Just kidding. Okay, now they'll make their move. Into the wing it goes. Cross that comes over here for Weaver. Oh, 42 is mobbed as Lubold will pick up the foul. I don't even remember 42 coming in, but she'll remember she was in there as Luby come down on top of her that time. Picks up the personal foul, her second. And 42 Bonner, or Boner, B-O-N-E-R. Boner goes to the line shooting 2. Her first shot's good. So it's 30-22 with 1.2 seconds remaining here in a half. So that'd be a heck of a time to give up a couple of points. But I think Luby was figuring she was moving some other direction or whatever, and that's going to do it as the time comes to an end here in the first half. But the Trojans trailing by 8 at the end of one half of the ball game. It's Halifax 30 and the UDA Trojans 22. Well, we're set to go with the second half of action here tonight. Now Halifax at UDA. The girls in a tough one here tonight against these Wildcats. Trail by 8 at the end of one half of the ball game. So we'll see if they can't pick it up here in the second half as the Wildcats will be inbounding the ball here now. Buckwalter will be getting the inbound pass from Tobias here in a second. There it is. So we're back to action here for the second half. Inside it goes here for Snyder on the baseline with a nice pass for Jury. Her shot's good for 2. A nice pass from Snyder into Jury. Now here's Kelsey. Harmon pushes it right inside there for Undercuffler. Her shot's good and a foul called. And Victoria will go to the foul line for UDA. She will be shooting one to get three. Nice bucket there. Nice pass inside too for Vic. And Vic put her home. She'll shoot one. If she puts this one in, she can close the gap to 7. And not quite. Rebounded in there to a tie-up. This tie-up's going to allow UD to inbound the ball again up here. And Martina Nguyen will do that for the Trojans. Right over in the wing. Shot from over there for 2 is good. So Victoria got the bounce on that one. It bounced up to about 8 feet in the air off the rim and then went right in. Good job. Ooh, near steal by Undercuffler. And it's tied. Oh, a hold called. Oh, I thought they tied up the basketball, but they're going to call Vic for a hold. And for Victoria, it'll be her second. Team's first of the second half. And Buckwalter with it. Bounces it over here for a shot from outside by Cox. Good for 3. Well, just when you think it's safe to go out, there's Cox out there, and she hits a 3. Here's Martina spinning it back outside here now as they'll go in here for Lubold. Lubold bounces it over here for a nice bounce pass back to Luby. Her shot blocked away. Picked up in here by the Wildcats. This is Buckwalter. Buckwalter, 15-foot try. No good. Rebound underneath, controlled in there to Lubold. She staggered around with that one a little bit, but here's Martina with a pass down here for Undercuffler. Undercuffler takes it right to the hoop, puts a left-handed layup, and in good. Good job by that Vic Undercuffler. And back come the Wildcats again. Here's that same shot. No good this time. Rebound comes over in a wing over there, controlled by the Snyder inside. Her shot blocked away nicely by Lubold and picked up by Luby. And she'll drop it back here for Martina Nguyen and see if Martina can set something up here now. Back out here for Kelsey Harmon. Kelsey picking it up. They'll swing it over there for Martina. Over the wing it goes for Undercuffler. Vic would like to take it inside, loops it right there. Shot put up and in good by Harmon on a nice dump inside there from Victoria Undercuffler. So the Trojans, if we can just quit sharing goals now, can get themselves back into this one. On the baseline it goes to Jury. Spinning it out here for Buckwalter. Near wing, Cox. Inside it goes to Snyder. Snyder had the ball come out of her hands. Picked up in here by the Trojans, and the Trojans able to come back now. It's 35-30. Here's a nice move inside. Oh, it wouldn't go. Darn it. But Lubold will go to the line, shooting 2 for UDA. 35-30. Trojans trailing by 5, and Luby can change that a little bit here with a couple buckets. We'll see. Her first try is in and out, wouldn't stay. Last foul was on number 30, Snyder, her second. Luby's second try, in and out, wouldn't stay. And back with it come the Wildcats quickly ahead here. Oh, looked like a carry, and then they're going to call a walk. Well, it was a carry before that anyway as Buckwalter got going. And the Trojans able to come in there and mess up that long outlet play. Tobias inbounding it. All the way back here for Buckwalter. Swinging it over in the wing. Jury from outside. Off everything. Rebound comes down this way. Controlled to Nguyen. Down the wing. Undercuffler sets it up. Ooh, just off the mark. Rebounded in there to Snyder. So back come the Wildcats. Here's a jump shot put up there by that Cox. No good. Rebounded to the Trojans. So neither team hitting now, and both of them getting some opportunities, but nothing going down, and that's the way we want it for the black-clad Wildcats. But here's Harmon working her way inside for 2. It's good. So Kelsey stayed on the right baseline here, well, right around a defender, and put it up and in. Here's Buckwalter for 2. She goes coast to coast with that one. No good. Rebound comes down in there, controlled to the Trojans. Undercuffler will dump it back. And the Trojans coming back now within 3. Here's Nguyen. Nguyen looping it over there for Lanker. Allison for Harmon. Nguyen Inside they'll go here for undercover. She makes a move to the hoop, puts a shot up short. And on the rebound, it's going to be tied up, and it's going to be Halifax ball here now. 4:17 remaining here in the third, as Lesher for Halifax comes back into the ball game. She replaces that 31, Cox. Up court comes Tobias with it. Tobias across the timeline for Buckwalter. Bounce it over there for that Lesher. Here's a steal nicely by Martina. Put it in, Martina. No, wouldn't go. Rebound underneath there. They'll give it back to Martina. Inside it goes. Back outside. Martina for three. Oh, just off the mark. And inside it comes, and a foul will be called on Martina reaching in. She'll pick up the personal foul. And it will be Martina's second. So both teams now failing to score, and opportunities galore as they go into the corner here for that Jury. For three. It's good. Well, that little Buckwalter just popped one in for three. It's 38-32, the Trojan margin, or the Halifax margin at 6 again. Here comes Lenker. Lost the handle on it at the foul line, and it's tied up, and this time the Trojans will keep the ball. So Cox into the ball game to replace Tobias for Halifax, and timeout's going to be called by Coach Rogers with 3:13 remaining here in the third, and the Trojans will be inbounding the basketball when we come back. They trail by 6. Martina will inbound the basketball now following that timeout. And out of bounds it goes off the hands of Cox. So Martina will inbound again here for UD. Trojans need a bucket now. Out in front it comes to Lubo. Lubo through the hoop for two. High off the glass. No good. Rebounded in there to Harmon for two, but she's fouled. And that's going to send Kelsey Harmon to the foul line, shooting 2 for UD. Every one of these foul shots becoming more and more important now as Halifax maintains that 4, 5, 6, 7 point lead, and now it's at 6, and see if we can narrow that a little bit. Nope, not in that one. So I think it was Luby that just missed a pair of freebies out there. Now Harmon misses her first one. And here's the second try. It is no good. So the Trojans miss 4 and trail by 6. So that's not good. Blocking foul called on the Trojans. This will be Lesher inbounding it here. Does so for that Buckwalter. Buckwalter looping it ahead here for Boner. Boner goes right underneath, but her shot, or her pass rather, knocked out of there by Vic Undercover. She was looking for Jury underneath there, but Vic got a hand on it, knocked it out of there. Buckwalter from the side. It's good for a 3. You gotta, oh man. 41-32. All of a sudden the Trojans, who were looking like they were coming back now, trail by 9. Ooh, nice pass underneath for Lubo for 2. Luby's shot way off the mark from right underneath. Her turnaround shot won't go, but Ashley will go to the line shooting 2. Luby's having a heck of a time trying to get any of those shots to go the first time. Then on the second time she's getting fouled, but we could sure use these free ones. Free ones are free, but they're not easy, that's for sure. Luby's first try. It is no good. Foul, good foul shooting can put you in a game or take you out of a game, and right now it's taking the Trojans out of this one as they've missed at least 5 in a row. So let's see if Luby can break the spell. Nope. Ball comes down underneath, tied up. On the tie-up, it'll be Halifax ball. Kelsey Harmon tying it up in there for UDA, but clock says it goes to Halifax. Near stolen away. Quickly ahead it comes now for that Boner. Boner back outside here for Buckwalter. In the wing, Jury. Oh, there's that same play where that darn Lesher sneaks in there. When they swing everything over to the one side, Lesher here has a tendency to just kind of get in there, and she's only 7 or 8 feet out, and she's able to put one home, although that time it didn't go. But she gets a clean shot that way, that's for sure. 42 Boner picked up her second foul for Halifax on that play, as UDA's Lenker brings it here for Lou Bold inside through Harmon for 2. It's good. Now that play worked. I like that one. And Kelsey put it home nicely. 7-point ball game. Here comes Buckwalter dumping it on the baseline. Boner stepping it back here for Buckwalter. Buckwalter for 2. Too long. Rebound on the far side. Controlling there to UD as Upper Dolphins. Leitzel into the ball game. 23 for UDA. Here's Leitzel with it. Leitzel tries to take it inside, but she's going to be called for a walk, as she looked like she was held up to me, but they called a walk on Leitzel with 1:42 remaining here in the third. The Boner. They loop it over there for Buckwalter. She'll pick it up back here for Boner. And here comes Buckwalter. Buckwalter bounce pass over here for Lesher. Lesher for 2, way too far. Return shot by Jury wouldn't go. Returned in here by the Trojans. Rebounded rather by Leubold. And back come the Trojans. Trojans have these streaks where they look pretty darn good. Here's a dump inside. Nice pass and a foul called. And that's going to send Leitzel to the foul line for UDA. She'll be shooting 2. So Leitzel made her first one now, and here's her second try. It is just a little bit short. Rebound comes back outside here. Let's see, controlled over there to the Wildcats. They'll dump it on the baseline, throw it away. Trying to hit Buckwalter underneath, through the pass away. So with 1:11 remaining here in the third quarter, the Trojans can come back and get to within 4. Here's a ball tapped loose, however. Buckwalter steals it. Pushing it over in a wing. Pass on the baseline. For 2, it's good. An excellent pass that time to Lesher, who was spotted there on the wing, and she put her home. Here's a shot by get in there. That's it. Harmon will go to the line shooting 1 to get 3. 35, actually 37-43. There you go. Trojans trail by 6, and for Kelsey, she can shoot 1 to make it a 5-point differential. As back into the ball game now comes that number 30 Snyder, and also number 32 back in there for Halifax. She shot 1 and made 1. Got 3 out of her efforts that time, and the Trojans trail by 6. They'll loop it ahead here now for Snyder. Right inside here goes shot, and a charge foul is going to be called on Cox. She'll pick up her 3rd personal foul. And with 40 seconds remaining in the quarter, the Trojans can cut the margin to 4. So it'll be Lenker inbounding here for UD for Martina Nguyen. Martina, reach in, no foul. Breaking it over here for Lenker. Lenker pushes it inside here for Leubold. Leubold drops it on the baseline. Shot from over there by Leitzel, no good. Return shot put up by Leubold, good for 2. Trojans trail by 3. Ball tipped, coming up here. Oh, gee, they still haven't. No, controlled here to Harmon. Harmon swings it down here for a bounce pass over there for Leitzel, but she walked with it. Leitzel got the pass and then walked with it with 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The Trojans valiantly trying to come back here, but it's not easy against these guys. Here's a pass underneath. Oh, a wide open is Snyder. The bucket's good. Snyder will go to the line shooting 1 to get 3. Nice play by the Wildcats as they brought it down the court very quickly. A good pass inside for Snyder, and she hit the bucket, and she was fouled. She'll shoot 1 with 4.2 seconds remaining here in the third period. Here's her first try. It is good. So it's a 5-point ball game again, or 6 rather, 46-40. As Martina Nguyen will bring it down. She needs to put it up. Nope, didn't do it. So the time expires here at the end of 3. It's Halifax 46 and the UDA Trojan Gals 40. Back with the final period here in just a moment. Well, the Trojans will get the basketball to inbound here now as we get set for the final 8 minutes of play here at UDA. And let's see if they take advantage of that and cut that margin here a little bit. Inbound play comes down the Lanker. She'll spin it up here. No. Wee. Tough call there. Wow. Tough call. Got to study that one. Anyway, back come the Wildcats. Here's Cox. Table it on the baseline, and Cox gonna pick up a blocking foul is Lubold. And that'll be the team's 5th. For Luby, it'll be her 3rd. So Halifax will inbound the basketball. Back here for that Buckwalder. Oh my, her pass partially blocked perhaps, but anyway picked up by UD, so no harm there. Trojans near wing here for Kelsey Harmon. Harmon goes on the baseline with it, spins one up and in, good. Kelsey got that one to go up 10.5 feet. Way to go, Kelsey. Bounce pass over here, shot from the side by Cox, good for 2. Well, they get those 2 back. It's 48-42 Halifax. Near wing here, they'll spin it over there for Lanker. Into the corner. Undercuffler's pushing it back here for Lubold. Lubold for 2, no good. Rebound comes down there to Snyder. Snyder nearly had it stolen away. In fact, it's tied up. On a tie up, it's going to remain Halifax ball though. And it'll be Tobias inbounding here for the Cats. For that top cat out here, that's that Buckwalder. Spinning it near wing. Going to go back to Buckwalder. Over Tobias. Inside they go. Snyder turnaround shot. No good. Rebound on the floor. Somebody's got to get it. Tied up. It'll be Upper Dolphin ball this time. Trojans will control the basketball. Trailing by 6. I'll tell you. It's been one of those nights, you know. They either turn it over or throw it away when they get close. Here's Undercuffler with it. Undercuffler's fouled. You got to call a walk, but gee, it looked like Cox had really put some pressure on there and might have bumped her out of there. But anyway, they call Vic for a walk, and that's the kind of stuff that's been happening to the Trojans tonight. Here's Cox with a bounce pass on the baseline for 2. It's good. Cox over there to that 32 Weaver of Halifax, and she put her home. They'll bounce it back out here. The ball comes loose, picked up here by Halifax. Back they come. Cox going all the way, and she's fouled. Kelsey Harmon will pick up the foul. Cox will go to the line, shooting 2 for the Halifax Wildcats. That last foul on Kelsey Harmon fouled Kelsey out of the ball game. She went out of the ball game now. Second shot is no good. Her first shot missed everything. Return shot put up and in, good by Snyder. Snyder will go to the foul line. She will be shooting 1 to get 3. Foul might have been on Lubold, we'll see. No, it was on 41. That's Heather Weaver. Heather picks up her first. Snyder at the line shooting 1. It is no good. Rebound tied up. And on the tie-up, it will remain Halifax ball. So the Trojans not doing nearly as well as they had earlier on here with the rebounding. The ball's coming down to 2 or 3 of them, and they're just not missing, or just not getting it. Here's Cox looping one inside. No good. Rebounded in there to Lubold. Luby bringing that one down strongly. Here's Heather with a Heather Weaver. A little bit of trouble with it. They'll spin it here for Leitzel. Leitzel goes on the baseline, pushing it back over here, and it goes out of bounds off the hands of Buckwalder. 5:54 remaining in the game. This is Jury coming back in to relieve somebody. Let's see. 32, the Weaver of Halifax goes out. 42-52, a 10-point margin. Lubold dropping it back here for Martina Nguyen. Inside, Leitzel back here for Martina. Martina picking it up, taking it inside now, and tries to go through a couple of guys, but it's blocked away. Back with it comes that Buckwalder. Buckwalder stopping and popping, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds off the shot. It'll be UDA ball. Trojans will inbound the basketball. 5.5 minutes left in the ball game. They can ill afford to get any further behind now, as timeout called by UDA, I think. With 5:31 left here in that ball game, the Trojans trailing by 10. They'll call timeout. Trojans inbounding the basketball now. This is Leitzel. Having a little trouble with it over here for Crystal Weaver. Crystal nearly had it stolen out of her hands. Back here for Leitzel. And Martina Nguyen's got it. Martina from outside for three. That's a little off the mark. Rebound over there, control to the Trojans. Here's Leubold, one to take it inside. Drops it over here for Martina for three more. That's a little off again. And the rebound this time comes down to the Trojans once again. Here's Weaver. Stepping up for two is Undercuffler for two more. So Vick hangs one up and in. Trojan trail by 8. Luke Thistle ahead here now for that. Cox over the baseline. Shot blocked away nicely by Undercuffler, but the Wildcats have it back. But a heck of a block. This is Jury. Now looping it inside. Come off her fingertips. Here comes Leitzel. Working back 1-on-2. Leitzel to the hoop for two. A little bit too hard. Rebound underneath there to Weaver. Had it stolen out of her hands. Picked up in here by the Wildcats. Stolen back by Leitzel. She tries to throw it underneath, but off a leg it goes. And so the Trojans will inbound. But there the Trojans again missing a couple of opportunities to close the gap. Here's Undercuffler on the baseline, working it inside. No, threw it away. On the floor it goes, and it's going to be tied up. It'll be Upper Dauphin ball this time on the tie-up. And Martina Nguyen will inbound the ball. 4:28 left in the ball game. Trojans trail by 8. Can cut it to 6 here with a bucket. No, wait a minute. Hold it. Went out of bounds off Buckwalter on the inbound play. So Trojans will try it again. Here's Undercuffler. Goes off her foot and out of bounds it goes. So Vick dribbled that one off her leg or foot and out of bounds. Gives the ball back to Halifax. Buckwalter pushing it ahead here now for that shot from Cox. No good. Rebound underneath, controlled here to the Trojans. And hold everything. We got a hold called. Hold will be called. Trojans will be shooting a 1-and-1. And I think it might be Crystal Weaver going to the foul line for UD. She'll be shooting a big 1-and-1 here. With 4:12 left in the ball game. So let's see if Crystal can get one in here and then shoot another one. First shot, good. So Crystal will shoot the bonus. 52-45. It's a 7-point margin. We'll see if Crystal can do that 2 in a row. I think she can. Nope. Well, not that time. There's Leubold with a rebound, though. It gets tied up a little bit, rolls off her foot. Picked up in here by Tobias. Can you believe how that just rolled right off her foot and get right back there? Near steal and a foul called on Crystal Weaver. And that will send somebody to the line shooting a 1-and-1. It'll be Snyder of Halifax. Shooting a 1-and-1 with 4 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the ball game. For Crystal Weaver, it's her first foul. Snyder puts her first shot in good. 8-point margin. 45-53. And a second shot. No good. Rebounded in there to the Trojans. Leubold bringing it down. And getting it back here for Undercuffler. Vick with a head of steam. Over the wing, she'll go with it. Out of bounds as, my goodness, Martina unable to catch the pass, and there wasn't anybody near her. Whoa. Not sure what happened to that one, but I'm sure Martina doesn't know either. Anyway, inbound play there for Snyder. Pushes it down on the wing for Jury. Jury right underneath here. And a walk. Wait a second. You can't do that. Tobias thought she'd sneak under here while no one was looking, but that didn't count. 3:47 left in the ball game. Trojans struggling here tonight again. Here comes Martina Nguyen, coast to coast for two. Wouldn't go. Rebound underneath. Let's see. Controlled outside here now. Heather Weaver's got it. Or rather, Crystal Weaver. Back here for Nguyen. Nguyen from outside for three. No good. Rebounded in there to that Tobias. She'll work it back 3-on-3, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound underneath there. Let's see who's got it or where's it going to go. It's going to be tied up. And the tie-up will allow Halifax to inbound the ball with 3:21 left in the ball game. And timeout's going to be called by Halifax, I do believe. So we have 3:21 remaining in the ball game. Trojans trailing by 8. Halifax will get the ball to inbound when we come back. Halifax getting ready to inbound the ball now following their timeout. Bounced it right underneath there. It's picked up by Jury on the baseline. Spinning it back out here now, and the ball came loose, but picked up by Snyder for 2. Blocked away. Second shot put up, no good. Rebound underneath, tied up this time. It'll be UDA ball as Jury gets tied up in there with Lenker from UD. Or maybe it wasn't Lenker. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was. There she is. Lenker spinning it back over here for Leitzel. Leitzel drop it back for Martina Nguyen. Inside they go with it. Move to the hoop. Good for 2. Pick Undercuffler when she gets that move going. She's pretty hard to stop. Back with it comes Buckwalter. Buckwalter dropping it right there for Snyder, who stops and shoots a foul shot in. Good for 2. Stopped right at the foul line, did Miss Snyder. And Buckwalter hit her with a good pass and put it right home. And timeout's going to be called by Coach Rogers. So we've got 2:47 left now, and the Trojans still trailing by 8. Timeout is over. Crystal Weaver working it in top of the circle here for Lenker. Lenker pushing it near side here for Martina Nguyen for 3. In and out of scoops, no good. And on the rebound, controlled underneath to the Trojans, and they're going to say that it went out of bounds, and so it'll be inbounded here by the Halifax Wild Kittens. And back they come. Snyder with it. She'll drop it over there for that Buckwalter. Buckwalter going underneath with a nice pass for Jury for 2. So they left Jury unguarded, and Buckwalter comes streaking down there and hit Jury, who was posted about 5 feet out on the baseline on the left side, and she just put it home. For 3. Nope, off the mark. Martina just not hitting the threes tonight. Here comes that Jury. Carried it once, put a shot up, no good. She was out of control with it. Here's a quick pass ahead, stolen away by Tobias. Tobias here for that Lesher. Lesher for Snyder. Back for Lesher. Lesher for 3. No. Rebound to Lesher, though, who followed her shot, and the ball came loose underneath, and it's going to be tied up. And maybe a foul call. There could be a foul called. If it is, it'll be on number 10, Buckwalter. It is, and that's going to send Crystal Weaver rather to the line, is shooting 1-and-1. He's shooting 2. The 10th team foul for the Halifax Wildcats, so Crystal will be allowed to shoot 2 in a 10-point margin ball game with 1:42 remaining. So no one needs to tell Crystal how important these are. First try, no good. So the differential remains 10. Can Crystal put her second one in? I think she can. Nope, not that time. And let's see, it's going to go out of bounds now, off the Trojans, they say. So Halifax will inbound with 1:40. Trojans getting desperately close to losing their second in a row here. And that's not what we wanted to see, nor did they want to. Buckwalter looping ahead here for that Lesher. Lesher pushes it over the wing. Shot over there by Snyder, no good. Rebound, let's see, to the Trojans. Lenker coming up with that rebound very nicely, and up court with it she comes. Over in the wing it goes for Undercuffler. Undercuffler pushing it back outside for Martina. Now with a set shot over here is Weaver for 2. So Crystal Weaver gets a shot to go down that time. Back with it comes Buckwalter. Bucky stops, puts a shot up with the high glass, no good. Return shot up with a Jury, no good. And on the rebound, it's going to be tied up. Going to stay down here, 101, and I hear some coach hollering for timeout, and I think it might have been to Halifax. Yep, timeout, Black. 101 remaining in an 8-point ball game. We'll be right back with the Halifax Wildcats inbounding under their own basket in just a second. Timeout is over. Halifax inbounding the basketball underneath their own basket. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Cox racing in unopposed for a layup on the inbounds play. Wow. Here's Undercuffler on the baseline, and she is pushed. Now, come on. It's about time. Vic will go to the line shooting 2. 59-49 with 49 seconds remaining here in the ball game. And Vic Undercuffler at the line for UDA. She will be shooting 2. Oh, we'll see if Vic can get a couple of these. Vic to shoot a pair. Her first shot is just off the mark. To shoot one more. Here's her second try, and it is no good. Wow. Rebound comes back here, controlled. Whoa, wait a second. Whoa, hold the phone here. Lesher tying it up with Undercuffler. And on the tie-up, it'll stay UD ball with 47 seconds left. The inbounder over here for a shot from Undercuffler, a little too long. Rebounded right underneath here to Leitzel for 2. It's good. Well, the shot came right down the Leitzel, and Leitzel put her home. Oh my gosh, there's Cox racing in for 2. It's good. 30 seconds remaining. Oh, Martina carried it. Oh my gosh, no call. Here's Leitzel on the baseline. Picking it up over there, Weaver from outside for 3. Just off the mark that time, and a rebound comes down here to that Jury. We'll spin it to Lesher, who will roll it ahead here now, picked up by Undercuffler. Undercuffler, quick pass underneath here for Leitzel for 2 more. It is good. And with 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, that's going to do it. The game will come to the end right there with a final score of Halifax 61, the Trojans 53. So that 8-point margin, which the Trojans struggled to overcome all night long, is the one that bites them here in the end, because the Wildcats have come up with a big ball game here at UDA, taking care of the Trojans, giving the Trojans a league record now of 2-2, I believe it is. And the Halifax Wildcats, I'm not sure where they stand, but I'm sure of this, the Trojan gals played their hearts out tonight. They really did, and at times had things going for them, but then all of a sudden things would become unglued and they'd drop back again and just never able to catch up. So we'll say good night and congratulations to the Halifax Ball Club on a good ball game. And for UDA, we'll regroup and catch you on Thursday, wherever that might be. So until then, good night from UDA. Final score again, 61-53. Well, good evening, everybody. From Millersburg tonight, the Trojans come down here to see if they can end this 2-game skid that they're on right now against these Millersburg Indian gals here on their own reservation down here at Millersburg. So we'll be set to go with the opening tip-off here in just a moment. We'll pick up the young ladies from Millersburg as we go along. We can tell you number 12 out there is Kerwin. We recognize her from that red hair. And also out there, let's see, we'll get them right now maybe. 33 is Wilkinson, remember her. 14, Van Olden, also remember that name from Millersburg. And on number 24, Schomper. So that's about it. The Trojans are starting tonight. We'll start Leitzel for UDA. She'll be starting at the guard spot for Coach Rogers, and here we go. Otherwise, it's Harmon in there, and also Crystal Weaver. Trojans trying to get some scoring punch into the ball game tonight, and they'll spin it over the wing. Shot from over there by Harmon is good for 2. So Kelsey gets the first 2 points of the ball game. It's 2-0 UDA. Trojans getting tripped up by Halifax and by Line Mountain. They're looking to end that skid against these Millersburg Indians, as number 50 will go to the line shooting 2 for Millersburg. Foul is on Vic Undercuffler, her first, and Schumper's first shot's no good. Vic played a good ball game the last time out, scoring from her range out there, 14, 16, 18 footers, and driving some inside. But tonight she picks up her first, and so Schumper will put her second shot up and in good. So it's a 2-1 ball game. Martina Nguyen, who we got to get some offense out of here tonight. Here's Crystal Weaver getting blocked off there by Huffman. Up the court, they come with it quickly for that 24. Her shot, and going to call a charge. A charging foul as Vic Undercuffler stood her ground that time. And 24 plowed her over. She picks up her first of the ball game. Quick pass down here for Undercuffler. Undercuffler, 14-foot try, no good. Rebounded in there nicely, however, to Leitzel, but then she'll walk with it. She got tangled up on the baseline and was called for the walk. So it's still a 2-1 ball game. As Kerwin will bring it up court for the Millersburg Indians. Left wing over here, Van Olden. Across the court it goes. Now back for a pass near wing. Swinging around outside here. Now they go inside with it. Shot from the wing for three. No good. Rebounded inside here, though, and put up and in. Good by number 33. Well, that's that Van Olden, I think. I'll find out here in a second. Up court with it come the Trojans. Back here for Leitzel. Leitzel taking it on the baseline. Wanted to go underneath with it. Does so, but it's all tied up, and on the floor it goes. They'll spin it back out here where Nguyen will pick it up. Martina, nice bounce pass on the near side, but out of bounds it goes. So, we got 6:35 left, and the Trojans trailing by 1-3-2. 33 is Van Olden for sure. She's a tall gal. And when she gets inside there, she's a little hard to handle. They'll swing it here for Van Olden. Now inside, turnaround shot, put up, no good. Rebounded in there to Harmon. And back comes Nguyen with it for UD. Over here for Kelsey Harmon. Kelsey will step inside, tries to go in the baseline with it, but it goes out of bounds, out of the hands of Crystal Weaver. Had a good idea there, but it didn't work. (14) is Van Olden. Comes across the court, it comes here. This is at Wilkinson. Van Olden on the top of the circle. Boy, nearly stolen away by UD. Wilkinson with it. Spinning it inside for Van Olden. Van Olden in the paint. Pushes it over here for Wilkinson. Her shot no good. Rebound comes down there to Crystal Weaver. She'll clear it up court here for Martina Nguyen. Over the wing it goes. Here's a shot by Harmon. Wouldn't go. Return shot attempted to be put up, but it goes out of bounds. It's going to be black ball. Went off the Millersburg Indians. And timeouts are going to be called by Coach Rogers with 5:33 left here in the opening period. The Trojans trailing by 1-3-2. They'll have the ball underneath their own basket in just a moment. Set to go following that Trojan timeout. And Nguyen will inbound the ball for UD. Does so over there for a shot by Undercuffler just off the mark. Rebounded in here to Shumper. Shumper coming back with it for two. It's good. Rachel Shumper races up the court and gets two for Millersburg. Here's Crystal Weaver. Crystal's going to be blocked out here as Huffman will pick up the foul. It'll be her first. The team's second. And Martina will inbound. Weaver working out in front. Kerwin harassing her. Ball stolen away here by that Rachel Shumper. Shumper rolls it off her body. And a walk will be called now as she got a little bit out of control that time. And went for a walk with it. Kind of rolled it up on her leg. So back comes Crystal Weaver with a chance for the Trojans to tie up the ball game. Reach in and a backcourt it'll go. So the Trojans continue to get stymied out here by the opposing guards. Talking to Coach Rogers prior to the ball game tonight, and I noticed that sometimes it's just a quickness on the part of the other guards that kind of take a chance on stealing it away from us. Here's a shot inside by Shumper, good for two. She wrestled underneath there with Vic Undercuffler, and then had it stolen away. Here's Kelsey Harmon dropping it back here for Martina Nguyen. And Martina will settle it back outside here now. Over the wing, swooping it inside. They'll bounce it on the near wing. Here's Martina for three. This short rebound comes out on the near wing here. Going to go out of bounds off the shot, even though Wilkinson did try to track it down, but it went out of bounds first. So it's 7-2 Millersburg. as the Millersburg Indians have the ball. Push it ahead here for Wilkinson. Wilkinson, the bounce pass underneath here for that Huffman for two. It's good. Huffman gets two on the quick outlet pass that time from Van Olden, I think it was. Here's Undercuffler trying to get those two back for UD. She's blocked out of there. Underneath it comes away with Millersburg having control of the basketball. Kerwin bringing it up court for the Millersburg Indians. Stopping near wing. Inside they'll go here for Huffman for two more. It's good. Well, I'll be darned, the Trojans cannot stop Miss Huffman in there at the moment. Stolen away by Shumper for two. It's good. So they're really making a run at it, and Coach going to have to call time. It's 13-2 here with 3:45 left in the first quarter. Wow. Kelly Hornberger into the ball game for the first time tonight for the Indians, as the Trojans get ready to inbound the basketball underneath their own bucket. And they'll swing it up court here now as Nguyen takes it across the timeline. Down on the wing it goes, but they're going to call a walk on Crystal Weaver. Crystal got tangled up that time as Kerwin was standing right behind her, and Crystal tried to make the move inside, but Miss Kerwin right there to block her out of there and cause her to walk. Here comes Kerwin with it. Spins it over in the wing. Shot from inside, no good. Return shot by Huffman, no good. And Martina Nguyen brings it down for UD. Trojans have got to get Martina into the offense somehow or another. Here's a pass for Kerwin. Ooh, Martina, I mean. Shot over there, blocked away by that Wilkinson. Ball is loose over to the far side of the court. It goes, picked up over here by 14 for Kerwin. She'll bounce it on the wing for Wilkinson. Wilkinson had the ball blocked out of there, picked up by Harmon. And then Martina Nguyen's got it. Block made by Kelsey, I believe, that time, however. Martina picking it up then. Trojans need to get it started here. Just can't get the offense going. Here's a shot from the side. No good. Rebounded right inside there to Huffman. She gets it tied up and a foul called. Foul will probably be on Kelsey Harmon. We'll see. 23 Billow into the ball game for the Indians. There's the ball tipped, loose, picked up in there by Crystal Weaver, good for two. Well, a nice play that time by the Trojans, messing up the inbounds play. There's another near steal out there, but this time a blocking foul will be called on Leitzel. And she will pick up the personal. The team's third, her first. 2:27 remaining here in the first quarter. Trojans trail by 9. Here's Hornberger with it. Kelly across the timeline, dropping it over in a wing. Now back here for Kerwin. Near side, they'll swing it into the corner. It goes. Again, into the corner. They're going to take a drive inside. Shot put up and a foul called. And 23 will go to the line shooting 2. Foul was on Undercuffler, her second. Ramberger into the lineup for Millersburg for her first try tonight. And here is that 2-3 shooting. Made her first one and her second one. Oh, she made a pair. And back comes Martina Nguyen. Bounce pass into the corner here for Harmon. Harmon will drive the baseline. Pushes it over the wing. Undercuffler. Oh, she double dribbled it. I'll tell you what can happen will happen to these Trojans. 1:55 left here in a 15-4 ball game. They'll push it up court here. Could be stolen away. It is. Here comes Undercuffler with it, dropping it back here for Nguyen. She'll push it. Kelsey Harmon, wing over there for Weaver. Bounce pass, tries to go inside with it. Ball came loose, picked up in there by, and then lost away. And then they're going to go on the floor, and let's see. It's going to be a tie-up. The tie-up will belong to Millersburg, as Wilkinson will inbound the basketball. Of course comes Hornberger with it. Bounce pass on the baseline. Shot put up in there by Billow is good for 2. Billow gets 2. 17-4 the score. Playing late into the first quarter now. Over in the wing it goes. Kelsey Harmon Near wing over here for Weaver. Inside. They'll loop it in there for Harmon. Kelsey tied up by 3 people, and then a walk will be called on Kelsey. Got tied up by 3. Millersburgers there with less than a minute to play here in the first. 57.6 seconds as Wilkinson will inbound the ball for Kerwin. Kerwin up the court with it. With a bounce pass on the baseline. Bill rolls it across and out of bounds it goes over there. Intended for Ramberger, but lost out of bounds, and so UD will inbound the ball. Here comes that Crystal Weaver.
No shot, D, no shot.
Crystal had it nearly tied up by Kerwin. Gets it off here, and on a reach-in foul will be called on Kelly Hornberger. She'll pick up her first. Non-shooting, the team's third. And Martina Nguyen will inbound the basketball. Over there for Kelsey Harmon. Kelsey will bring it back here for Martina. 28 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Weitzel into the corner she goes for Harmon. For 3. Nope, not that time. Rebounded in there to that Billow. She gets tied up, but still has the ball more or less. It comes loose. Shot put up by Leitzel short. Rebounded inside here to the Wilkinson of the Indians. Pushes it here, but it's going to be stolen away. Back with it comes Crystal Weaver. Looping it over here for Harmon. Harmon off the glass. Good for 2 at the buzzer to end the first quarter of the ball game. But the Trojans trailing by 11 at the end of 1. It's Millersburg 17, UDA 6. Back with the second quarter in just a moment. The Trojans will inbound the basketball here now to begin the second quarter. Nearing over here for Harmon. Out of bounds it goes over in the far side of the court. A hard pass that time and eluded a couple of Trojans, and they'll turn it over. Here comes Kerwin with it. Over here for Hornberger. Hornberger will take it across the timeline as he streaks down the right wing side. Lost the handle on it, and then she is tackled over there as Martina Nguyen comes up and makes a play on her. Martina will pick up a foul on a blocking foul called, and Hornberger will inbound the basketball, I think. No, she won't. Nope. That'll be Kerwin inbounding. Hornberger dropping it back here for Kerwin. Back over there for Hornberger. Her shot from the wing just off the mark. Rebound comes down inside here, controlled to Martina Nguyen. Martina, quick pass over there for Undercuffler. Undercuffler taking it inside, looking for 2. Wouldn't go down. Return shot by Crystal Weaver. Wouldn't go down. Rebound comes off here to Hornberger. Hornberger up the court with it for Millersburg. Puts it up and just off the rim, no good. And rebound comes down inside. It's tied up as Leitzel ties it up inside there with 13. Ramberger. And so Kerwin will inbound the ball. Does over here for Hornberger. Her pass is back here for that number 3, Hepner. Hepner and Hornberger. Inside they'll play a turnaround shot by Ramberger, good for 2. So they worked it over in a wing and got a good pass inside to Ramberger. She turned around, fired an 8-foot one up, and it went in. Back come the Trojans. Near wing over here for Crystal Weaver. Into the corner. This is Undercuffler. Vic wanted to make a move, does make a move, and the ball just about got out of hand. In fact, it did. She lost the handle. Picked up here by Hepner. Hepner will be double dribbling up here. Lost control over it and went for a double dribble. So the Trojans will inbound the basketball. Beaver getting ready to come into the ball game along with Grosser for UDA. 15 Weaver, 40 Grosser in the lineup for the Trojans now, as again Coach Rogers trying to shuffle it up and see who we can get to score here. They're in a drought. Loop it over here for a shot by Harmon. In and out. Wouldn't stay down. Rebound comes down over the wing there for Leitzel. There's Beaver with it. Out here for Martina Nguyen. Leitzel. Back for Nguyen. Martina dropping it here for Beaver. And Beaver will walk with it. Yep, she got kind of tangled up there with the pass and went for a walk with it. As Shumper returns to the Millersburg lineup to replace Kerwin for the Indians. 34 Sittlinger into the ball game for UDA. She'll replace Kelsey Harmon with 6:15 remaining here in the first half. Up court comes Shumper over the wing. Here's Shumper playing it over that Hepner. And her pass stolen away nicely there by Martina Newman. Then she'll throw it away. Trying to find Sittlinger breaking down this side. Martina fired it behind Sittlinger. So Millersburg will end up bound the ball with 6 minutes remaining in the first half of a forgetful ball game here for the Trojans so far. Hepner here for Shumper. Shumper from way outside, no good. Return shot by Hepner, no good. Ball comes off and comes over this way. Shumper has it, but then she lost her footing, and it's going to be out of bounds as Martina Newman checks out of the ball game now. Antes, number 12, into there for UDA. And Hornberger will inbound for Millersburg. Does so here for that Shumper. Back over here for Hornberger. Kelly from the wing. It's in and out, no good. Rebounded in here to Antes, and Antes is fouled. Hornberger will pick up the personal foul. And the UD will inbound the ball. Kelly Hornberger picks up her second personal of the ball game. And back up the court comes Antes with it. Near wing here, Beaver. Into the corner, it's Hittlinger. Now inside they'll go with it for Leitzel. Leitzel looks to go for two, but a foul called. Foul might be on Shumper. If it is, it'll be her first, I believe. But Leitzel will go to the line shooting two. Foul was not on Shumper. The foul was on number 13, Ramberger. Her first. And we'll give you a glimpse at the scoreboard here. It's ugly. But here's Leitzel to see if she can improve on it. Here's her first try. It is good. Good bucket. She will shoot one more. Well, let's see if she can put this one in. And she can. Two good foul shots. And she'll check out of the ball game now as coming into the lineup for UDA, number 30, Kuppenhaver. Kuppenhaver into the Trojan lineup. Not sure of these young ladies' first names as I haven't seen them much before. Here's a pass inside there for that Ramberger. Back outside comes a Shumper. Near side, here's a shot from the wing for two, no good. And the rebound comes down and is put back up in there by number 23, Billow. Here's Beaver. Bouncing it here for Sittlinger. Goes out in front. Beaver. Here for Andes. Andes, little 8-foot try. Good, right off the glass and in. Good. Nice bucket for Andes. And back with it come the Indians. Shumper spins it over here. Shot by Hornberger. Good for two. Kelly Hornberger for two for the Indians. And back come the Trojans now. This is Andes with it. Andes taking it over to wing. Kuppenhaver over there gives it back to Andes. Now they'll spin it here for a bounce pass inside, but that wouldn't be any good as Ramberger picks it off inside. And up court they come now. Trojans need to get some D going here and get some offense going too. Here's Shumper over there for that bounce pass on the wing. Billow pushing it back outside. Shumper from outside for two. In and out of scoop, no good. Rebound goes right back there to that. And off that shot, it went out of bounds, so UD will inbound the basketball. Andy's getting ready to inbound it here. She does so for Kuppenhaver. Kuppenhaver driving it up court. Spins it on the near wing over here for Grosser. Grosser trying to take it underneath. It's tapped out of there, and a foul's going to be called. They'll call a foul on Kelly Hornberger, and that will be her third. Kelly ready to come right out of the ball game now. She just walks gently over to the bench, replaced in there by Wilkinson. She picked up her third with 3:41 left here in the second quarter. Antes will inbound it here for Sittlinger. Kuppenhaver spinning it out front for Beaver. Beaver picks it up for Andes. Andes into the corner for Sittlinger. And now they'll move it back, trying to set up a play inside. Push it over the wing there for Kuppenhaver. She'll pick it up and bring it back out here now for Beaver. The Trojans gals trying to work something around so they can get somebody loose inside. Here's Grosser going to the hoop for two. It wouldn't go, but she'll go to the line, shooting two. Foul was on Billow, her first, and Grosser missed her first one. See if she can put this one in. Nope, not quite. And rebounded in there to that Ramberger. Up court comes Wilkinson with it. Or Billow, rather. No, or, well, I'll find out here in a minute. Shot from the wing for two, no good. Rebounded inside there and a tie-up as Sittlinger ties up Wilkinson. And UD inbound, Millersburg inbound here for Wilkinson. Bounce pass out front here. They'll try to put it over to Hepner. Spins at a wing. Shot from over there by Shumper wouldn't go, but then a foul called on the rebound. Foul is on number 40, Grosser, and that's going to send Billow to the foul line for Millersburg. She'll be shooting two. Billow made her first one. Here's her second try. It is good. Two good foul shots by that Billow lady from Millersburg, and sub coming into the ball game now, number 40 is Lunt coming into the ball game for Millersburg. As backup court come the Trojans. Antis picking it up, spins it over in a wing. Over. Shot from over there by Grosser wouldn't go. The ball is on the floor. Rolling around, picked up in here by Antis. Antis goes on the near wing here. Sittlinger turnaround shot just in and out, wouldn't go. And Wilkinson with the rebound. Over here for Hepner. Hepner bringing it up court for Millersburg. Bounce pass on the near wing. Wilkinson dumping it inside. Turnaround shot by Ramberger. No good. And on the rebound, controlled over there and then out of bounds it goes. They're going to say it went out of bounds off Kuppenhaver. UD put a couple of new faces into the ball game now. 44 and 53 in there for the Trojans. I'll find out who these young ladies are in a minute. Shot from the wing for three. It's good. Topper, I think it was, puts a three in. And back come the Trojans. Over in the wing. .44. I don't recognize her face and she's not on the border. Is that Nguyen? That might be Martina. Yeah, that's Martina's sister, Nguyen. And let's see who else we have in there. 53 for UD. Find out who that is here in a minute. Shumper spins it now inside. They'll go with it back outside. Spinning it back in again. Pass inside for Ramberger. Shot's good. She's fouled. She'll go to the line shooting one to get three. The shot by Ramberger wouldn't go, but there's a foul called underneath. 33 Wilkinson picks up the personal foul for Millersburg on the rebound of the foul shot. So that's going to send Kuppenhaver to the line for UDA. She will be shooting two, or 1-1 rather, and timeout called by the coach from Millersburg with a minute and a half remaining in the half, and the Millersburg Indians up by 20. Kuppenhaver at the line shooting a 1-1 for UDA, and got a minute and a half remaining here in the half. First shot, good. Got that one to bounce up and bounce down again, so keep it up because we need them. Now we trail by 19, and she can make it an 18-point differential there. She puts this one in, which she did. Two nice foul shots, and she's going to check out of the ball game now as back to replace her comes number 21, Crystal Weaver. Missing from tonight's action for UDA is Lubold. Luby, I don't know if she's ill or injured. I'm not sure. Hepner bouncing it back here for Shumper. Shumper will pick it up, go in the near wing over here for that Wilkinson. Stolen away nicely. Crystal Weaver with it, breaking back 2-on-2, so she's going to take it to the hoop herself. Puts a shot up, it wouldn't go. But Crystal will go to the line shooting two for the Trojans. Well, the Trojans with an ability to shoot some foul shots here. Could easily sneak up on these Indians, but we'll see. She'll be shooting 2. Foul was on number 24, Shumper of Millersburg. She picks up her second. The team's 9th, but there's only a minute and 8 seconds remaining, and Crystal missed her first one, so she'll get another whack at it here. Harmon back in there right now again with, in fact, the starting 5 are in there for UDA. Crystal, second try is no good, rolls off the right side, and then it's going to be tied. Well, where's the tie-up, ref? It's going to stay down here. I didn't think he was going to blow the whistle that time. The motion side kind of froze there. They're waiting for the official to blow the whistle. The new end will inbound the ball with 1:04 remaining in the half. Back here for Weaver. Weaver picking it up. Over here it comes now. They go right back inside. Weaver for 2. No good. Rebounded over there to Harmon. Spins it back out here for Martina Nguyen. Here's Crystal Weaver. Crystal picking it up for Martina and Crystal. Weaver inside. She went to roll it here for Leitzel, or for Undercuffler rather, and Undercuffler having a wrestling match breaking out here on the floor as it'll become Millersburg ball with 38.6 seconds remaining here in the first half. Here's Shumper for Millersburg. Over there for that Hepner. Spinning in near wing here, Wilkinson. Across the court. Trying to go over on the baseline. They'll spin it back outside now. Shumper. Holding it up, playing the clock down a little bit. Then they'll throw it over Ramberger's head. And out of bounds it goes. 8 seconds remaining, 7. They got to put one up here if we can. Here's Kelsey Harmon looking for 2. It wouldn't go. Rebound underneath, blocked out of there with 1.6 seconds remaining. And it'll be Millersburg ball. So the Trojans with a half dozen points here in the half. That's blocked away and no good. And so at the end of one half of the ball game, Millersburg way on top now by 18 points. It's the Indians 30 and the visiting Trojans 12. Back with the second half in just a moment. Well, halftime is over now. The kids are back on the court, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Maybe the second half can be all UD. The first half certainly was all Millersburg. Leitzel over the wing, they go with it. Back out in front. Now spinning here for Leitzel. Leitzel with a bounce pass on the baseline here for Kelsey Harmon. Tried to force it inside. That won't go. Too many white shirts in there, and back with it comes Kerwin for Millersburg. Here's Shumper in the corner here for that Wilkinson. Tried to go inside to Huffman, but it's knocked out of there by the Trojans, so it'll remain Millersburg ball. And Kerwin will inbound the basketball. Over the wing there she goes to Wilkinson, back out front. Shumper. Kerwin dropping it inside. Turnaround shot blocked off nicely that time by Undercuffler. And it'll be UD with an opportunity. So neither team has scored yet. So we see if we can't get the Trojans to come down here and do something. Here's Weaver. Weaver just about lost it. Giving it here for a pass over the wing here for Harmon. Pass back here now. Leitzel for Nguyen. Here's Leitzel taking it on the baseline. Tries to pop one up. Wouldn't go. Rebound here controlled to UD. However, shot put up there by Crystal Weaver wouldn't go. On the floor it goes. And let's see. They're going to call a foul. I believe they're going to call a foul here on someone. We'll see. Foul was on Van Olden, and UD will inbound the ball. Undercuffler for 2. Just a little bit short. Rebound comes down there to that Huffman. Huffman underneath there had it spun out of her hands, but they lose it away to the Trojans. So it'll be a Millersburg ball. Neither team has scored, I believe, here in the half. Near wing over here. They'll bounce it inside. Stolen away nicely by Martina Nguyen. Then she loses it away, but then let's see, they're going to call a walk. That's a tough call there because Huffman was all over her. I'm not sure how in the world the walk call occurred that time, but it did. And so it'll be Kerwin inbounding the ball for the Millersburgers. Right inside she goes. Huffman with Van Olden with a shot, no good. Rebound comes back here to Wilkinson. She'll spin it back outside here for Shumper. Kerwin trying to find something on the wing. Does so. Here's a shot put up over there, but a blocking foul called as Wilkinson put the shot up, but the Trojans are going to pick up a personal foul. Foul will be on Undercuffler. She'll pick up her third. And Wilkinson will be at the line shooting 2. Okay, she missed the first one, made the second one. 31-12 the score, 6:06 left here in the third quarter. Trojans with plenty of time. We could just get something going, but we just don't get a shot. We get a shot, we don't make them. Here's the ball nearly stolen. It is stolen away. Rachel Shumper for 2 more. That's what I mean about out front. Out front, the gals just are so quick, and we just don't get it, I guess. I don't know. There's a pass underneath, stolen away. An errant pass, and back with it comes Wilkinson with it. Wilkinson with a bounce pass over here for Shumper. Her shot is good. Looked like a little walk under there as though she was tied up, but that's the way it goes when you're on the losing end of things. Everything goes in for them, and for the Trojans, they can't buy a bucket. Another bad pass inside, picked up in here by the Indians. On the tie-up, it's going to be Millersburg ball. So Trojans have going to call timeout, I think. Or are they? Yep. Timeout called by Victoria Undercuffler and the UDA Trojan gals before the Millersburg Indians could inbound the ball. So it's 35-12 now, 5:17 left in the third quarter. Trojan timeout over. Millersburg inbounding the basketball. This is Kerwin, double teamed. They'll spin it across over there for that Shumper. Bounce pass on the wing. Shot from over there for 2, no good. Rebound underneath, and we're going to have a push foul underneath on Huffman, I believe. Yep, Huffman picks up the personal foul. It will be her second. And the Trojans inbounding with 5:04 remaining here in the third quarter. Crystal Weaver. Trojans without Luby, as I mentioned before, I think. Here's Leitzel trying to shove it inside here for Crystal Weaver. Her shot wouldn't go. Return shot put up by Kelsey Harmon wouldn't go. And let's see who's got it. Kelsey comes away with it. Firing it back outside here for Lubo. Or for Lubo, for Nguyen rather. And then we're going to have a push foul called over here on Millersburg, and Trojans will inbound the ball. Foul was on Van Olden. She's replaced by Billow, who comes back into the ball game for UD. They'll loop it back here. Shot from outside by Kelsey Harmon, a little bit short. Return shot put up by Kelsey, a little bit long. And a scramble for it ends up going to be Millersburg ball. They say it went off UD. Millersburg will inbound the basketball for Kerwin. Now they loop it ahead here for Wilkinson. Wilkinson nearly lost the handle, did. Picked up in there by Leitzel. Leitzel coming back for UDA. Near wing here for Crystal Weaver. She lost the handle on it. Ball comes up. Spins it over in the baseline for the Trojans. Undercover, looping it in front. Kelsey Harmon for 2, wouldn't go. And a rebound in there comes down to Millersburg, and that gets tied up over there as Nguyen ties it up with Kerwin. And on the tie-up, it'll be UDA ball. So the Trojans are playing a while up here, but they didn't get anything for it yet. Well, let's see if we can get something here now. Here's Vic for 2. It's good. Vic puts the shot in for 2, and they're stolen away nicely. Here comes Harmon. Inside she goes with it for a pass back to Harmon. Back outside it comes for Undercuffler. Near wing, they'll spin it here now for Leitzel. Leitzel tangled up inside, but gives it here for Vic Undercuffler. Her shot no good, but she's fouled, and Vic will go to the line shooting 2. Millersburg timeout is over, and Undercuffler at the line for UDA to shoot 2. Here's Vic's first try. It is good. Vic will shoot one more, and here it comes, and it is no good. Rebounded in there to Harmon. Harmon nearly had it lost away, and then she's fouled. A foul will be on 23 Billow, and that's going to send Harmon to the line for UDA. She'll be shooting 2. Kelsey's first try, in and out. Wouldn't go down. She'll shoot another one. 13 Ramberger into the lineup to replace Huffman for Millersburg, as Kelsey Harmon will get set to put her second shot up and in. Yes. 35-16. Trojans really trapping them in the backcourt there and had them turn it over a couple there. They'll turn it over here, throw it away. 3:23 remaining, and a spark of hope into the oh no, wait, they didn't throw it away. It must have been off a tip by the Trojans. Well, Kerwin will inbound the basketball. Does so right inside there. Ooh, spun away out of her hands. Crystal Weaver coming back with it for UD. Crystal stopping and popping. It's blocked out of there by the Millersburg Indians. Someone made a good block on Crystal that time. I didn't see who it was, but anyway, it'll be inbounded by UD. Back here for Weaver. Weaver goes to the hoop for 2, a little bit too high off the glass. Rebounded in there to the Trojans. Now spin it over the wing here for Kelsey Harmon. Back outside, near side. Here's a shot by Nguyen for 3. It's good. So Martina Nguyen might have gotten the first 3 points of the ball game for her. I'm not sure. Ooh, looked like a walk, no call. And back with it comes that Wilkinson for Kerwin. Kerwin has Shumper over in the left wing. Shumper with it now. Near wing, they'll come with it for Wilkinson. Wilkinson trying to take it inside. Has it nearly tipped away, and a reach-in foul will be called on Leitzel. Non-shooting, the team's second of the half. For Miss Leitzel, it is her second of the ball game. And Kerwin will inbound the ball for the Indians. Does so back here for Shumper. Ooh, nearly stolen. There's a shot, no good. Looked like a walk there. Here's Billow for 2, no good. Rebounded underneath there finally by Undercuffler of the Trojans. She'll drop it back here for Martina Nguyen. Martina goes on the wing. They'll spin it across here. Here's a shot from outside. Good for 2 by Crystal Weaver. Well, the Trojans all of a sudden getting a little bit of offensive spark on here. Stolen away. No. Oh, I don't see how Martina missed that one. Anyway, it's stolen away this time by the Trojans. Good, as Harmon picked it off. Quick pass underneath. Look out. It's going to go out of bounds off the hands of... Oh, my. It looked like Wilkinson got a hand on that one. But at any rate, it's out of bounds off the Trojans, and Millersburg will have the ball after this timeout. The Trojans have narrowed the gap to 14. And Millersburg will have the ball with 1:56 remaining here in the third quarter. Okay, it'll be Wilkinson inbounding the basketball for Millersburg following their timeout. On the baseline, they'll shoot it on this side now, and back with it comes Wilkinson. She picks up the dribble. Clock moving on down here in the third quarter. Trojans are going to have to attack her. Can't have them holding up the basketball. Here's Hornberger back into the ball game for Millersburg. Hornberger has it outside for 3. No good. Rebound comes down inside here, and it's going to be tied up. On the tie-up, it'll remain Millersburg ball. Minute 29 left here in the third. Kerwin to inbound the ball. Inbounding it back here for Kelly Hornberger. Now inside, turnaround shot, no good. Rebound comes down there to the Trojans, and away with it comes Crystal Weaver. Crystal, ooh, they're going to say it went backcourt. Wow. Whoa. How in the world could he call that? I question that call. It's the position of the ball, not the ball player. But I didn't see it. I think, as a matter of fact, he wasn't even over the line. He could have seen it. Martina with a nice steal. Back with it comes Crystal Weaver. Trojans looking much more aggressive here. Now here's Undercuffler bouncing it on the baseline. Lost the handle on it. Out of bounds it goes off the hands of Hornberger. So UD will retain possession of it here as soon as the ref can find it back there. There, he got it. Okay. Trojans will inbound. Martina Nguyen getting ready to do just that for UD. Right here for Kelsey Harmon. Here's Weaver. Near wing here for Martina. Martina for three. It's good. Martina Nguyen gets a three. And the Trojans slowly but surely having the best quarter of the ball game for them. Still trailed by a bunch, but they'll pass it way down here. The ball comes loose. Picked up in here by the Trojans. And the ball coming up court here. Now we're going to have a blocking foul called on Hornberger. That'll be her third. And the Trojans will inbound the basketball as Shumper gets ready to come back into the ball game for the Trojans. She will replace Kelly Hornberger. We'll check out of the game for the Millersburg, and the Trojans inbounding the basketball. Right here for Leitzel. Or Harmon back out in front. Here's Undercuffler for two. It wouldn't go. And on the rebound, we'll have a foul called on Crystal Weaver, I believe. We'll see. So Weaver picks up the foul for UD. They're going to double team him. Fires it down here. Tapped out of there nicely by Undercuffler. Vic got a hand on that one and knocked it out of there for UD. And it will be inbounded here by that Wilkinson for Kerwin. Here's Kerwin. Near wing. They'll go back here now for Shumper. Kerwin with a shot for three. It's good. Can you believe that? As the buzzer goes to end the third quarter. And a big three put in there by Kerwin. Well, we've got 8 minutes to play. Trojans trailing by 14. And we'll be right back with the final quarter here at Millersburg in just a moment. Well, the Trojans with their best quarter there come up with 12 points, equaled their entire first half in that quarter, and they have the advantage here. Now let's see if we can do something with it. Here's a pass inside here for Undercuffler. She had a roll off her fingertips, picked up here by the Millersburg Indians. Back with it comes Shumper. Shumper racing down the left wing. Comes across this way for Wilkinson, and then Kerwin. Wilkinson bounce pass inside for Billow. Looked like Vic Undercuffler was going to try to come over and cut that one off, but it was a really sharp, strong pass, and Billow was able to pick it off in there. Here's Kelsey Harmon. Kelsey bouncing it back out here for Undercuffler for two off the glass. Good. Way to go, Vic. Kerwin spinning it up here for Billow. Across for Wilkinson. Wilkinson hopping, stopping, blocked out of there nicely as Kelsey Harmon got a hand on that one. Way to go, Kelsey. 40-26, 14-point margin still for Millersburg as Kerwin inbounds the ball. Let's push it back here for that Shumper into the corner. Wilkinson. Now Kerwin. There's Shumper with it. Bounce pass inside. This time picked off nicely as Kelsey Harmon, anticipating that bounce pass inside, came right up there and grabbed it. Here's Kelsey looking for two. She's a little bit short. Return shot on the other side put up by Undercuffler short. And on the floor it goes back here for Kelsey. Kelsey turnaround shot off the glass. Wouldn't go down. And off the rebound. We got a girl coming over the back, obviously. Foul will be on Ramberger. And that's going to send Crystal Weaver to the foul line for UDA. She'll be shooting two. Weaver at the line shooting for UD. Here's her first try. It is good. She wasn't shooting two, but she is now. She was shooting a 1-and-1. 7th-team foul. Foul on Ramberger. She checked out of the ball game. Huffman back in there for Millersburg. Second shot by Crystal is good, but wait a second. They're going to say Leitzel stepped on the line out front there, and they disallowed the goal. You got to be kidding. I'm telling you, that was pretty chintzy. Here comes the ball stolen away again. Back with it comes Leitzel with it. Leitzel spins it over in the wing. Shot from over there for two is good. Crystal Weaver, I think, put that one in. Up court again. They're coming with it in here. And here's another near steal. It is going to be stolen. Picked up here by Martina Nguyen. Martina stopping and popping. Wouldn't go. Rebound comes down here to Martina. However, she gets her own rebound, spins it over here for Undercuffler across the court. Or rather for this is Undercover with it now. Vick tries to put a shot up. It's partially blocked away. And Huffman with the rebound for the Indians. Oh, we got a bump foul called on one of the Trojans, either on Christina or Martina might have been. Yeah, Martina Nguyen with a push foul. And Wilkinson will inbound the ball for Millersburg. Shumper coming across the court here. Whoops, her pass spun out of her hand, but they got it anyway. She slipped the pass, but it was picked up by Millersburg anyway. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Here's a shot. No good. Rebounded in here to Leitzel. Leitzel picking it off. It's 40-29. The Trojans can get down to single digits here with a bucket. Bouncing it here. Now they go across here. Martina for three. That's short. And out of bounds, it goes off the shot. It'll be inbounded by Millersburg. Well, let's stop the clock if nothing else. And it'll be inbounded here to Kerwin. Looping it up here, Billow. Billow passes it away, but again, tipped off and comes over there to Shumper. Shumper with a bounce pass inside for Huffman for two. It's good. So Huffman was stationed down here underneath the basket, hoping that our Indians could get it up court this time, and they did, and so she was right there to put that one home. There's Leitzel with it. Leitzel across the court she goes. Shot from outside is good for two by Weaver. They'll swing it over in the court. It's going to be spun away. Going for it, two gals. The ball stays in bounds, and it's going to be caught, picked up there by Martina Nguyen. Some good hustle by Martina. They're going to rule that it belongs to Millersburg, but it's still an 11-point ball game as Kerwin will inbound the ball. 4:48 left here in the ball game. So the game getting a lot hotter than it began. Here's a shot put up, blocked away by Kelsey Harmon. Kelsey's got the basketball back here for Leitzel. This is Martina Nguyen. Martina goes on the baseline here for a dump underneath, and they try to go underneath. Does Crystal Weaver. Tries to force it underneath for Undercuffler, but Crystal threw that one away underneath, and so it'll be inbounded here by Millersburg. Shumper picking it up, going across the timeline. Though stolen away. On the floor it goes. Then they got it back. Who the heck wants it? Look out. That could have been a real wreck. They're going to call a foul. They're probably going to call a foul on Wilkinson. It is. And I think Millersburg is about ready to call a timeout. Coach is up off the floor. Or maybe it was no foul. Yes, it was. Foul was on Wilkinson. It'll be a 1-and-1 for UDA when we come back. We'll be shooting with 4:21 left here in the ball game. Wilkinson picks up her second personal foul. Be right back. Millersburg timeout is over, and Vic Undercuffler at the line shooting a 1-and-1 for UDA. Here's Vic's first try. It is good. Right down the chute for Vic. And we want everybody to stay back here now. We can't afford to. Now get back there, Crystal. All right. Let's see if she can put the next one in. It is no good. Spins up and in and out. Picked up in there by Van Olden. And back comes Hornberger. Hornberger has 4 fouls on her. This is Kelly with it. She'll pick up over here for that Wilkinson. Kerwin with it. Hornberger. Back out there for Kerwin. Kerwin goes inside. Turnaround shot by Van Olden. No good. Rebound comes down there to Undercuffler. The Trojans come back and can get to within a little bit closer anyway. Here's Kelsey Harmon going underneath the basket with a steps back, puts a shot up and in. Good. So Kelsey has the Trojans within single digits now. It's a 9-point ball game. Ooh, near steal out there. There it is, stolen away. Trojans picking it off. Here comes Leitzel with it. Leitzel near side here for a pass over in the wing. Over in the corner it goes. Shot from over there by Undercuffler. Wouldn't go, but he's going to say the ball went off the Trojans here. That'll be Millersburg ball. Trojans trailing by 8. Four-court pressure really stymieing the Indians here. Deer steal, wing pass over here for that Millersburger. Here's Kerwin. Passing it here for Wilkinson. Wilkinson out in front, and a foul call. Foul will be on Leitzel. And it'll be none shooting. Let's see. No, foul's going to be, wait a minute, the foul is going to be on Millersburg, and that was the 5th foul for Kelly Hornberger. So Kelly just fouled out of the ball game there, and that's going to send Leitzel to the foul line for UDA, shooting 1-1. So for this Leitzel, 2 big foul shots coming up here. First one, good. She'll shoot the bonus. It's a 7-point ball game. They can trim it to 6 if Leitzel can get this one in. Here's her second try. It is no good. Ball's tipped around, and they're going to call a foul on UDA. Probably on, it's going to be on Undercuffler. Vic picks up her 3rd or 4th. I'll check it out here. Here's a ball tipped out of there. It's going to be UD ball. Crystal Weaver doing a heck of a job in there trying to keep that ball away. I'll spin this one back here for Van Olden. Here comes Kerwin, rolling it near wing over here for Van Olden. This is Kerwin with it out in front for Millersburg. Pass inside here. Huffman tries to go up for 2, no good. Ball tapped around inside. It's going to be a hold foul call underneath on Harmon. Harmon picks up the personal foul, be her second. 2:37 remaining in a 7-point ball game now, and Huffman at the line shooting for Millersburg. Their first shot is good. Margin grows back up to 8, and let's see if Huffman puts her second one in or not. Here it comes, and it is good. No good. Rebounded over here to Weaver. Crystal will bring it up court here for UDA. Trojans cannot make any more mistakes now. No more turnovers. Near wing it comes here for 3. That's off the right side a little bit. And on the rebound, let's see, controlled inside here. Shot put up. Good for 2 by Crystal Weaver. Millersburg picking up the dribble. Back out here it comes now for that pass over there to Wilkinson. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game. 2 minutes. Shot no good. Rebounded in there to Leitzel. She'll drop it back here for Martina Nguyen. Martina near wing over here comes to Harmon. Harmon off the glass for 2. Wouldn't go. Rebound tipped out here. Leitzel controls it as she is going to have the ball roll around on the floor. And who's going to take it? A walk called. Man, you got to be kidding. And it'll be inbounded here by Millersburg, and timeout called. Timeout called by the Millersburg coach with 1:40 remaining in a 6-point ball game. Wow. There we go. Inbounding in Millersburg. Huffman still on the end line, and it's going to give the Trojans a chance to get to within 4. 37-43, the Trojans trail by 6. A minute and a half, minute 34 to be exact, remaining here. Kelsey Harmon for 3. It's good! And Kelsey has narrowed the gap to 3. Pass up court, stolen away by the Trojans. Here comes Martina Nguyen, drops it on the wing. Shot from over there for 2, wouldn't go. Rebound tapped out here, Martina Nguyen has it. 43-40. Here's Leitzel. Oh, Leitzel nearly walked. No, she didn't. Here's Undercuffler with it. And hold it now. Undercuffler did. Yeah, she did. Yeah, Vic dragged her foot. Now, the ball comes loose. Picked up over the wing. Oh, she ran with it. Didn't she run with that ball? I guess not. 45-40. Back come the Trojans. What a comeback the Trojans have made in this one. Martina for 3 from way outside, off the mark. Rebound tapped around, controlled here to Martina Nguyen. She puts it over the wing. Shot from over there for 3, no good. We've got a gal injured on the floor. And timeout called by the officials. So we'll be right back after this injury timeout. 42 seconds remaining in the ball game. Trojans trailing by 5. 45-40. Into the corner it goes. Kelsey Harmon with it. The Trojans got to get a shot here. Here's Weaver. Here's Leitzel taking it up. She's fouled. Leitzel will go to the line, shooting 2. So we need some of that good foul shooting here for sure. And let's see if we can get 2 freebies. Here's Leitzel's first try. It's good. Right down the chute. We got a 4-point ball game. 45-41. Her second shot, good also. 45-42, it's a 3-point margin. Time running down here now on the Trojans. They got to get that ball back. Stolen away nicely. Picked off over here. Here comes Undercuffler for 2. Wouldn't go. Rebound on the near wing over here. Oh, Vic just couldn't get that shot to get out. Nearly stolen away. Picked up in here by the Trojans. Leitzel for 2, no good. Rebound underneath there, controlled, and a hold foul called. And that's going to send Martina New into the foul line. She'll be shooting for UDA. Martina will be shooting 2 to bring the Trojans to within 1. With 13 seconds left in the ball game, if we can put this one in, or put a couple of these in, let's see. Martina's first shot, no good. Okay, that's all right. They wouldn't have won the game with that shot, but we can narrow it to 2. Here's our second try. It is good. And so here is that inbounds play, but first timeout called by Coach Rogers with 13 seconds left in a game which no one would have ever thought would be like this. It's 45-43. Millersburg will have the ball, and we'll be right back. Wow. 13 seconds remaining. The Trojans, who have hassled them all night long on the inbounds play, have got to do it now. Got to come up with a basketball quickly. Here it is. It's tipped away for 2. No good. But a foul called. And going to the foul line for UDA will be Crystal Weaver. They did steal the inbounds play. Crystal at the line shooting 2 with an opportunity to tie up the ball game. Let's go, Crystal Weaver. Wow, a lot of pressure on this young lady for sure, as she'll shoot 2 free ones. Here's Crystal's first try. It is no good. All right, so we'll still be shooting 1. Maybe we can get 1 and then get another steal and win the ball game. Now, Crystal can bring us to within 1. Here's her shot. It is no good. Scoops in and out. Drove ball, rebound, shot, good by Undercuffler to tie up the ball game. A timeout called. Timeout called by the Indians. It's 45-45. The Indians will have the ball with 4 seconds remaining in regulation time. Be back with the final 4 in just a second. Well, you got to believe it, huh? Well, here we go. 4 seconds remaining. And the Indians with the basketball. They will inbound the ball. Ref explaining that she can run the end line if she wants to. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that didn't. So we go to overtime. So the Trojans, who trailed by and were playing, quite frankly, a lousy ball game, have come back and tied this thing up and forces a 3-minute overtime here at Millersburg. What a turnaround for these Trojanettes. We'll be right back with the OT. Well, here we go with a scheduled 4-minute, I beg your pardon, I thought it was 3, a 4-minute overtime. And the Trojan crowd over here really getting wild, stirred up now, because these Scouts have really battled back. Here's the opening tip, controlled over here. Well, let's see, it's going to go out of bounds. Now what are they going to do? They're going to give it to Millersburg. So OT it is. This is that Kerwin of Millersburg. So win, lose, or draw, now the Trojans have really come back in this ball game and have made it look more like UD basketball. Here's Wilkinson on the baseline, and wait a second, foul called. Foul will be on Vic Undercuffler, and Undercuffler is going to pick up her 4th. Vic picks up a blocking foul, and that's the, for Vic, it's her 4th. For the team, it's their 8th. So it'll be shooting a 1-and-1. Wait a minute, now they say it was 5. It might have been 5. They only have 4 up on the board. But I thought Vic was playing with 4 before. So I don't know. I think they might be right, but we're going to see and wait and see how they sort this out. Well, indeed, Vic did foul out of the ball game, and they questioned the scoreboard up there. It had only 4 on her, but I think the officials had it right here. The official bookkeepers had it right. Yep, because Vic had gone out with 4 a little while ago. So anyway, here's the first shot. It is no good. In and out it spins, and it's going to be controlled here by, well, let's see. They're going to call a foul on UD. It might be on Grosser, perhaps, who just came into the ball game. Yeah, Grosser will pick up the foul, and that's going to send, who is it? Huffman to the foul line, shooting 2. She'll be shooting a pair. So here's her first try. It is no good. They'll shoot one more. Let's see if we can get a good rebound here off this shot. Their second try is good. So it's 46-45. Millersburg by 1. 3:40 left here in the ball in the overtime. Here is Martina Nguyen over the wing. Martina has it back, spins it near side here. Crystal pushes it into the corner here for that Grosser. Grosser had it tapped out of her hands, but picked up here by Weaver. Into the corner. Here's Harmon taking it inside. The shot puts a shot up, but she's fouled. Harmon will go to the line, shooting 2 for UDA. All the shots will be 2 from here on in for both teams, shooting or not. Foul is on Wilkinson. And Kelsey will shoot 2. Her first try, no good. Kelsey's second shot can tie up our ball game again here. 46-45 Millersburg, and let's see if Kelsey can tie it. Did she tie it? Nope, not that time. Ball comes back here to Huffman. Up court comes Wilkinson. Stop it, Bob, and knocked out of there nicely by Kelsey Harmon with a big block on this end of the court. Way to go, Kelsey. What a block that was as Wilkinson was going up for the shot. They'll loop it back over here now for that 3. 3 is Hepner into the wing. Off the leg of Grosser and out of bounds it goes. Exactly 3 minutes remaining in this overtime ball game. 1-point lead by Millersburg. And Kerwin will inbound the basketball. Wait a minute, how about the pushing underneath? Yes, 14, you got it. You got it, oh yeah. 14, Van Olden pushing. Yes, it was, and that's going to give the Trojans a chance to do a little bit of foul shooting here on their own as they'll shoot 2. And it will be Grosser, who just came into the ball game now, shooting 2 for UDA. So we'll see if she can put one of these in and tie it, put the second one in and give us a lead. Here we go. There's the first shot. It is no good. So in OT, the Trojans have missed 3 in a row here now from the foul line. So let's see if she can get this one. Crowd over there giving a lot of cheering and a lot of bumping by the cheerleaders from Millersburg. And this young lady puts a second shot up. In good, ties up the ball game. 46 all, and Sittlinger will replace Grosser for UDA. Sittlinger into the basketball game for the Trojans. Inbound play comes over this way. This is Van Olden with it. Van Olden. Oh, she carried it. No call. You gotta be kidding. Where was the call? Inside. Huffman for 2. No good. Huffman with a rebound. 2. No good. Rebounded here to UDA. Where was the carry? Where was that carry? Into the wing it goes. Tipped out of there off the hand of Van Olden. No, they're going to say it went out of bounds off UD. So the Millersburg Indians will inbound the basketball. Ooh, near steal on the inbounds play as Crystal Weaver got a hand on that one. Way to go, Crystal. And it will be Wilkinson inbounding the ball. Bounces it inside here. Now they go back to Wilkinson. Wilkinson picking it up. Pushing it back here for Kerwin. Kerwin pushes it over in the wing over there for that Hepner. Back here for Kerwin. Kerwin looping it on the baseline. Out of bounds it goes. It'll be UD ball with 2:23 left here in the OT. And Martina Nguyen inbounding it here for Crystal Weaver. Boy, these guys have played a great half. First half stank. Second half, wonderful. Here's Weaver, lost the handle on it. Ball on the floor. It's going to be tied up. On a tie up, it's going to stay UD ball. Can't turn it over now, gals. Can't turn it over. If they take it from you, that's one thing. Losing it on a pass is another. So let's make them good. Near wing here. Inside it goes. Stolen away. Back comes Wilkinson. Wilkinson going to go all the way. She puts the shot up. No good. Rebounded in there nicely by Martina Nguyen. Martina picking up the dribble. Trojans dodged the bullet there. And back with it come the Trojans with a chance to take a 2-point lead. Krista Weaver. Over in the wing they go with it. They'll bounce past it inside here for Harmon for two off the glass. Good. Kelsey Harmon gives the Trojans a lead, 48-46. And back come the Millersburg Indians. They're looping it over the wing. Here is a pass out here for Wilkinson. Wilkinson bounce pass near wing. Here's Hepner for three. No good. Rebound inside here and a block. Backed again by the Trojans and then a foul called. Oh, but a couple of good blocks underneath there, and then a foul will be called on Sittlinger. Whoa. 1:18 remaining in the ball game, and Huffman at the line for Millersburg, shooting two. Huffman made her first one, and she'll get to shoot one more here now with a possibility of tying up the ball game. Here's her second try. It's good. 48-48. A minute 18 left. Trojans with the basketball. Back they come. What a heck of a ball game here. Got very entertaining in the second half. Inside they'll go with it. Kelsey Harmon double teamed, comes back outside with it. Here's Weaver from outside. It's just off the mark. Rebound comes down here, controlled here to the Trojans. Near side, Harmon for two. Just long, and on the rebound, it's going to go out of bounds off the hands of Sittlinger underneath there. And so Millersburg will play it down here, and timeout called by Coach Richard Rogers with 54 seconds remaining. Millersburg will have the ball, and we have timeout. Well, Wilkinson will inbound the basketball now with 58 seconds remaining in overtime. That is tied up. Going to push it back over here now. They'll spin it near ahead here for Huffman. Huffman back here. They'll dump it over the wing. Knocked out of there nicely by Martina Nguyen. Martina got a hand on that one, and Millersburg will inbound the basketball on the wing over here with 42 seconds remaining. Bounce pass here for that Kerwin. Kerwin out in front. Trojans will attack her so they can hope to get the ball back. Stolen away nicely in here, but then back with it come the Trojans. They lose it again. On the floor it goes, rolling around, picked up here by the Trojans, who are now in control with 25 seconds remaining. Martina Nguyen, senior gal out here for UD. Crystal Weaver. Here's a pass into the corner. Now back out here. They're going to pass it back here for Sittlinger. Sittlinger had it tapped out of her hands. 8 seconds remaining in the overtime here now for UDA. Passing it back here for Weaver. Weaver taking it inside, stopping, popping. That's short, and a rebound is going to be a quick pass ahead, stolen away, and that's going to do it as time expires here in the overtime. So we got a 48-48, and we'll go into the second overtime here at Millersburg. And we'll be right back. You got to be kidding. You're hanging in there with this one, right, gang? You're right. Okay, be right back. Well, we're set to jump it off at center again for the third time tonight as we get into the second overtime here. Kelsey Harmon will tip it off against Wilkinson, and the ball controlled back here to UD. Martina Nguyen, near wing. Back here for Martina. In the corner it goes. Shot from over there a little bit short. Rebounded right underneath there, and a shot put up. Foul. No foul called. Lightso puts a shot up short. Gosh, another one of those 9-foot shots. Well, anyway, partially blocked perhaps, I hope. Here comes Kerwin with it. We're there for that Hepner. Kerwin picking up the dribble, pushes it inside, tapped away nicely there by the Trojans, but then they get it back again. Near stolen over here, goes right back out here for Kerwin. No good. Rebound underneath there. Let's see who's got it. Oh, walking. Yeah. Yep. This guy here calls that. The rest of the guys in the league don't call it. This guy calls it. I think he has had a pretty bad night, in my opinion. Inbound pass over there for Millersburg. Back here for that Hepner. Kerwin picking it up. Spins it over to the near side here for a bounce pass underneath. It goes out of bounds. They're going to say it went off Millersburg. It'll be UD ball. Trojans will inbound the back. Trojans need to open up about a 5-point lead here on these guys, and I think we can relax just a smidge. Right now we're tied at 48. So here's a ball stolen away from Crystal Weaver. Back over to court it goes here for Martina Nguyen. Into the corner. Bounce pass inside nicely. Shot put up. Get in there. It's good. Kelsey will go to the line, shooting one to get three. All right. Well, Wilkinson is her fourth. And Kelsey shooting a big one. Here it is. It is off the mark. No good. Rebounded in here too. The Millersburg Indians. So the Trojans up by 2. Here's Kerwin spinning it up court. Looping it ahead. Stolen away. Batted down. Kerwin picks it up. Goes over here for that Wilkinson. Wilkinson for Kerwin. Kerwin pushes it over to wing. Inside they'll go with it. Shot put up there by Billow. No good. And on the rebound we got a foul call. Who's the foul? Foul's going to be on Billow. And that's going to send the Trojans to the foul line, shooting a 2. Shooting 2 rather. Foul is on Billow, and to the foul line goes Martina Nguyen to shoot 2. Big foul shooting coming up here for the Trojans. And Nguyen and Martina tells Crystal to stay back. Don't step on the line here. Here's our first shot. It's good. Is Crystal allowed to be in there that close? I guess. Oh, now she'll back it off. Just makes me a little nervous after that one call. Second try. Good. Martina Nguyen, 2 big foul shots. Trojans lead by 4. Trojans really chasing that ball around. Blocked away again, but picked up by Millersburg. Over the wing they go. Now front. Inside. It'll go off the hands of the Millersburg, off Billow, and back come the Trojans. Here's Martina Nguyen firing it down here for Leitzel. Leitzel can't hold on to it, and back come the Millersburg Indians. Billow will spin it back there for Kerwin. Kerwin picking it up on the wing over there. Out of bounds, it goes off the hands of Van Holden, and the Trojans will have the basketball. Timeout called by Millersburg. 1:49 left, the Trojans by 4. We have the basketball when we get back. Wow. Indian timeout is over. Krista Weevo will inbound the basketball for UD. Inbounds it down here for Sittlinger. Nguyen. Martina really showing that experience now as a veteran ball player here for Coach. And he's really doing a heck of a job out there commanding this ball club. Ooh, nearly stolen away. Krista Weaver had it. Then we got to have a foul called on 12. Got to be a foul. Yeah, it is. Foul called on Kerwin. And that's going to send Crystal Weaver to the line and shooting 2. Always. Let's see if Crystal can get 1 or 2 of these and just help the cause here a little bit. Here's Crystal's first shot. It is no good. Well, she'll shoot 1 more. Could give the Trojans a very important 5-point lead if she gets this one in. Here it is. It is no good. Rebound comes down here though, and however, shot put up by Sittlinger wouldn't go, and then the ball's going to be lost out of bounds. Ooh! Ooh! Inbound play comes here to Kerwin. She'll pick up the ball. Look out. Down the wing it goes. They'll pass it over here for Billow. Billow taking it inside. Puts a shot up. Blocked away by Kelsey Harmon. And out of bounds it goes off Kelsey. She hit Kelsey on the forearm with that shot. And it'll be inbounded here by Millersburg with 1:13 left in the ball game. Back here for that Hepner. Hepner. Near wing over here, shot by Kerwin for 3. It's off the mark. Rebounded underneath there. Shot put up by Huffman, no good, but a blocking foul called. And Huffman will go to the line for Millersburg, shooting 2. Sittlinger picked up her second foul as Huffman goes to the line to shoot 2. Made the first one. It's 52-49 with 1:04 left in the ball game. In the overtime, second overtime. And here's Huffman's second try. It is no good. Rebound comes down there to the Millersburg Indians. However, and the Trojans stand by and allow that, what's her name there, Wilkinson, to put back that foul shot. And timeout called by the UDA coach. So UD has the ball. They have a 1-point lead, 52 seconds remaining. But gee whiz, hang on to your hat. Trojans getting ready to inbound the basketball now. Crystal Weaver back here for Martina Newman. Swinging it here. They'll go inside with it. They will play the clock down. I don't think this is going to be advisable. However, a foul on Kerwin will send Martina Newman to the foul line. And Martina's one of the ones we would like to see up there shooting. She will be shooting 2. And let's see if she can make. If she makes 1 or 2 of these, it will really help. So let's see if Martina can get at least one of these 2 freebies. Hopefully both. Here's her first try. It is good. 3-point ball game. All right, go ahead, Martina, do it again. She says, okay, I will. And here's her second try. It is good. Martina Newman, 2 good foul shots. Give the Trojans a 3-point lead again, or is it 4? 3, I guess. Ooh, near steal out there. Here comes the ball tapped out of the hands, picked up in there. A nice tap in there by Sittlinger, I think it was. Over in the wing it goes. Here's Crystal Weaver. She's bumped by Kerwin. And Crystal will go to the line shooting 2. Weaver to the line shooting 2 as Kerwin picks up the foul. 3 seconds remaining in the ball game as Crystal lines herself up at the foul line to shoot 2. Here's her first shot. It is no good. Trojans by 3, 54-51. And Crystal put this one in. No, yes. 55-51. Trojans by 4. And now we got to let them go pretty much here. Oh, near steal in there. They'll push it over quickly. Swinging it back here for Wilkinson for 2. It's good. 55-53, 21 seconds, and the Trojans will have the basketball. We'll be right back. Woo-hoo. Well, the Millersburg Indians are guarding on the inbounds play here, that's for sure. And we're going to loop it over here, and it's going to be Kelsey Harmon picking it up for UDA. Over here for Crystal Weaver. No walk. Crowd wanted it. Ref didn't see it. Clock moving on down. And a foul called, and that's going to send Martina Newman to the foul line shooting 2 again for UDA. Miss Kerwin of Millersburg just bought the farm. She picked up her 5th personal foul as Van Olden will go back into the ball game for UDA for Millersburg. Martina Newman at the line is shooting a 1-1 or 2 rather. Okay, so we've got 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. Martina can really cool it here if she puts one of these in. Here it is. It's good. Newman puts the Trojans up by 3. 56-53, and here's Martina's second try. It is good. 57-53, a 4-point game. Trojans can drop back now and let the Millersburg Indians come. And you're going to throw it away instead with 5 seconds remaining, and the Trojans will inbound the basketball and should be able to dribble this around with 4.1 seconds remaining. Martina to inbound the ball. Does so over here, and a foul called. A foul. Ooh. Foul might have twisted the shoulder there of Van Olden. But at any rate, Kelsey Harmon's got to go to the foul line for UDA, shooting 2 with just 2.4 seconds remaining in. And one heck of a comeback here at Millersburg. The girls trailed 30-12 at halftime, and quite frankly looked like they were way out of it, trailing by 20, 18, 19, 20 points, whatever, at different times, and come back here to take this one home with them tonight from Millersburg is quite an accomplishment. You think about it. Kelsey's first try, perfect. So it's over, and we congratulate Coach Rogers and his Trojan gals here tonight on one heck of an effort in the second half. First half, forget it. Second half, all UDA. Second try by Kelsey Harmon, good for 2. So that's going to do it now. Oh, here's a steal on the inbounds play. This is good if it goes. Wouldn't go, and that's going to do it as Martina Newman gets the final shot. Final score here tonight is UDA 59 and the Millersburg Indian Gals 53 in double overtime. So it wasn't easy, and for the first half certainly wasn't pretty, but it ended up very well for UDA. Gals really came and played their hearts out here in the second half and played as if they didn't have a heart in the first half. Quite frankly, it was just an amazing comeback. So congratulate to Coach Rogers and all of his assistant coaches and the ball club out here on a really good second effort. Double overtime victory here at Millersburg. So we'll catch you later at the next UDA girls basketball game. The Trojans get back on track here at Millersburg tonight. It was a struggle, but they finally coming up winning a big ball game, and that should really set the tempo for the rest of the games coming up here prior to the Christmas break. So good job, Coach Rogers, really giving them a good pep talk down here now, and asking them, do they understand what they've just done tonight, how they've come back, never gave up, and so forth. So congratulations, and what a great victory. All right. So good night from Millersburg. Big ball game, double overtime win for the Trojans.